Grand Rising. Everybody can hear me good? Just let me know in the comments if you can hear me. Let me just. Good. Thank you. Appreciate you. I was about to go to the YouTube channel, but to make sure. All right, word. We locked in. So this live is gonna be fire, y'all. This is gonna be different from how I normally do it. So, oh, cat got my tongue. Okay, let's go. Snipers. Just reading the comments. We start learning the weekly. I marked the chart. Can we review? Yeah. What's up, Alex? What's up, KT? What's up, Pat? What's up, Freddie? Just gonna give people some time to get on here, like 2 minutes. Then I'm gonna start. Okay. KT got the notification this time. Jared, peace. AG, I'm not sure exactly. Lakeisha, but peace to you. There's only so it's only on YouTube. I accidentally put a Zoom link like when I was creating it days ago. Then I remember like I don't need a link because this is going to be for YouTube. So there's a link. Um, there will be a link for me and Rams Zoom. That's the only time that there will actually be a link. So you'll just go to your community tab and check the posts. I always do posts for us. And then you click on the post and it'll be pinned in the comments. And a peace queen. Shane. Is that Shane? I can't really see a picture, so I don't want to say peace king or queen. But peace to you. So we're gonna go. I got so much to talk about. This Zoom is gonna be, just so you know, if you're not able to, it will be recorded as soon as I press the record button. I should do that, right? But it'll be recorded anyway. I forgot because this is live. This is YouTube. It's different. But I already know this is gonna be more than 2 hours. So yeah, time to lock in. So damn, I got so much. It's 12:06 now, so we'll start. People probably come in as they join. Rams, peace, King. Um, so if you don't know, my name's Ab, but I'm pretty sure everybody on here is people that I probably know. But when it hits the YouTube though, when they push it up, my name's Ab. Um, and I'm here to show you how to chart and also bring you closer to the one and only God. So we'll start off with a prayer, and then I'm gonna show y'all how it's so much that I gotta go over. It's a lot. Darnell, peace queen. It's a lot that I have to go over. But we always start off with a prayer because we have to speak the one that created us. We have to give him recognition. Without that, there would be none of us. To all my Muslims, Ramadan Mubarak. Today is Ramadan. We're gonna go over it. I have that as a segment. I have quite a few segments that we're gonna learn. This isn't just going to be trading. This is a space for like growth, spirituality, mental, and financial. We're gonna start off with God. So we move with discipline. We seeking the truth, and then we'll get into the market, of course. I'm gonna get into market very soon, and we're trying to build a legacy. So this is about becoming this live for Wednesdays is about becoming better men and better women. So my segments is basically to bring out the best version of yourselves. And after the 2-3 hours you're here with me, you're gonna see exactly why I said that. This is about to be super dope. And I have to stop cussing now. I have to really control that now. And just discipline wise, me stop cussing is going to be very huge for me, and especially on a holy month like this. I definitely got to keep my tongue in check. I almost slipped up. Not able to copy and paste the chart. Yeah, this you're not gonna be able to show me on this one. Matter of fact, yeah, because Rams had trouble sharing his screen last time, so I couldn't. But I don't want to waste no more time, so I gotta get into it. So I'm gonna start with my prayer, and then I'm gonna actually give up. So I'm gonna start with my prayer that I always do. Then I'm gonna give an actual prayer, and then I'm gonna break down everything that we're gonna go over, and everything that I'm doing as far as the snipers thing, and then me and Rams together, the breakdown of everything we're gonna do, and then we're gonna get into the stock market. We're gonna go over this FOMC minutes thing that starts in like well, it starts in 2 hours. We'll probably still be on here. That's very important. There's a lot of stuff that I have to go over. With that being said, in the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful, praise be to Allah, Lord of the worlds, the most beneficent, the most merciful, owner of the day of judgment. Thee alone we worship, thee alone was asked for help. Show us the straight path, the path of those whom knows has favored, not the path of those who earn thine anger, nor of those who go astray. In Arabic, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Malik Yawmiddin, Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in, Ihdina sirata mustaqim, sirata alladhina an'amta alayhim, ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Amen. That was just straight Arabic. Um then the prayer I'm gonna hit y'all with that I write prayers and stuff. So boom. God, Most High, creator of all things, we thank you for rising us up today. Thank you for life, protection, and purpose. We come before you as one people, Muslim, Christian, Catholic, and believers everywhere, all seeking truth, wisdom, and discipline. You know my story. You brought me out the trenches of Newark. You kept me safe where many didn't make it. You protected me when I didn't even know how to pray. On the first day of Ramadan, clean our hearts, strengthen our discipline, align our steps with what is right. Remove pride from us, remove fear from us, remove distraction from us. Replace it with focus, replace it with patience, replace it with faith. Bless every person watching, bless their homes, their children, their finances, and their health. Make us leaders of integrity, men and women of character, people who serve, not just take. Let our work be honest. Let our intentions be pure. Let our legacy be righteous. We ask all of this from you alone, the one, the most merciful, the most wise. Amen. So whether you're Muslim, Christian, or just seeking truth, discipline is the common between all of us. It's that's what we have in common, discipline. So just like the markets without discipline is gambling. Life without discipline is chaos. Um, so y'all say is it? I believe it's Hebrew, but y'all say Amen. In Arabic, we say Amin. So the wordings is the same. Y'all say God, we say Allah. Y'all say praise Him, we say Takbir. Y'all say all praise is due to God, we say Allahu Akbar. So it's the same thing, just different words. All right, so now what we're gonna be covering, I'm just gonna tell you what we're gonna be covering, then we're gonna get into the market. Um, I'm not I'm like really organized with this live. I normally just go off my head. So, God, we already did that. We start with gratitude, prayer, and alignment. No ego, no pride, no chaos. Everything's flowing from this, of course. Then we're going to jump into the markets. We studying the structure, ES, NQ, yields, macro risks, learn how the money moves. Then we're going to study discipline, emotional control, patience, process over profit, life discipline equals trading discipline. So it all ties together. Truth, that's one, take it or leave it alone, because I'm very, very open. I speak my mind, and if it's the truth written from truth, I'll speak it no matter how it hits you, because the truth's supposed to make you feel uncomfortable. That means I'm working on you. The truth will set you free. That's the segment. It's called The Truth Will Set You Free. That's it's gonna be stuff from the Bible, the Quran, and reflection. Um, no debate, no division at all. Just straight truth. So yeah, that's gonna be one. We'll see how it go. But I reflection. We're gonna slow down, think, and apply the lessons. That's just us gonna be growing mentally and spiritually, putting everything together. We're gonna go over ownership, assets over flex, production over consumption, systems over shortcuts. And then our last segment is going to be fire. It's going to be legacy, institutions, generational wealth, passing knowledge, and building something that outlive us. The last segment is going to be fire. Um, Truly fire. This whole thing is about to be fire, but we're about to take off now. So I have a couple things that I'm excited about. I felt like playing just now. I was about to say that I'm stoked about. Yeah, this Zoom, I'm be on here for like 3 hours. I'm probably gonna have to get washcloth, wash my. We fasting. No water, no food, discipline. Not just speaking it, I'm living it. So I'm about to share my screen with y'all. Um, Share screen. How everybody feeling? Just put in the comments since y'all can't talk. How everybody feeling though? How y'all feeling? I feel incredible. I wanna know how you feel. Talk to me. Blessed and grateful. Yeah. Anxious. Why, Alex? Anxious. Settle down. Pat, cool. Great. Love that. This, if you want to come up, if you have any questions, highly favored. That's a fact. Blessed and highly favored. If you have any questions, you click the link that I just dropped in the chat, and that'll put you up here on the backstage, and then I could bring you up to ask questions. Rams did it perfect. I don't know how he did it last time, but I know Angie and someone else had trouble doing it. I don't know how to do it. Rams could explain it. Um, Hold on, my Umi calling me. Yeah, Umi go first, and then I come after. Blessed and highly favored. I need to give it to God and be patient. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact, man. After this Zoom, bro, you're gonna be feeling so relaxed. I promise you. Blessed and grateful. I have a question about your set, your Anchor VWAP. No questions yet. We get to for sure. Thank you. All right. So boom, boom. All right, boom. So we got a lot to go over. So I'm gonna start from the bottom. So if y'all don't know, what's that? Friday. Our history Friday. This is fire, y'all. Read up on this. I'm not gonna get into this today because I got a lot to go over. Um, we're gonna start right here. Boom. New weekly series. Me and Rams. That don't look like me. Me and Rams. No more collabing. What started as a collab turned into something real. Me and Rams are officially launching our weekly market outlook Friday series. This is no longer a collab. This is a standing breakdown every week, every Friday. Structure, macro, energy positioning, risk management. No hype, no noise, just the plan. If you've been rocking with us, this is for you. Stay focused. This is so fire because I see that y'all, I love the feedback. I'm always looking at the feedback, and YouTube algorithm is really pushing me and Rams out. So like I appreciate everybody that tapped in and showed love on our last live. That was my number one performing video. 2 days, like 400 views. Not a lot right now, but in a couple months, that's going to be a million views, inshallah. So that we're moving like really fast. My analytics on the YouTube in the past like 3 weeks, 2 weeks is crazy. It's mind blowing. So I appreciate everybody. Um so yeah, this is gonna be super dope, super dope. And then me and Rams also like we got something special, something very special that we're working on right now that just gonna put the flavor in your ear, but I ain't gonna tell you what. But we're working on something that you are going to almost curse. You're working on something that you are going to love. Like I love it. I love it. Love it. Probably won't announce it for another month now, but just let it cook. Let it cook. It's about to be fire. Y'all gonna like it. And then what else I got here? Um, so yeah, let me talk about this. So my lives. So every week I post a link right here in the community tab. I don't know how it looks on y'all end, but for me it says post. For y'all, it might say community tab. I always make a post before I go live. The live link is always in the comments of that post. Wednesdays, always. It's gonna be Wednesdays unless something happened. I'm very good at putting it in there. Like I won't be able to make it on Wednesday, but it won't be on a Monday or a Tuesday or a Thursday or a Saturday or a Sunday. It's gonna be on a Wednesday or well Wednesday it's going to be me, you get to see my face, and then Fridays you get to see me and Rams, but that's private, that's the Zooms, that's more market breakdown. This right here what I'm doing on Wednesdays is life. It's going to be market, but it's overall. So if you don't want to learn about life, you want to better yourself, you can get out right now, because this isn't going to just be straight charts. This is just everything from God to markets to economics. My whole thing is to Black history. So my whole thing is going to be all of that on Wednesdays. And Wednesday, I pick Wednesdays for a special reason. If you're Muslim, you know. And then Fridays is another good, but that's not the reason. But Friday is for Muslims. That's our day. Um, that will Ram. That's going to be fire. Um, so if you don't see the link yet, it's coming soon. Check back here first. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss out. Let's lock in. Turn them notification bells on. So again, I decided to like change it. So it's this Wednesdays is the Snipers Command Center we'll be at, basically midweek market briefing. So welcome to the Snipers Command Center, the headquarters where discipline, structure, and purpose are built. This is more than trading. This is about reading the market with clarity, protecting capital, building generational wealth, strengthening families, sharpening minds, walking in faith and discipline. Every Wednesday, we meet here to break down market structure, key levels and rotation, psychology and risk management, high probability setups, energy and macro things, Federal Reserve impact, and everything else that I talked about with God and all that and super important stuff. This is different. I'm separating myself from trading channels. I'm talking about stuff that makes people uncomfortable. Talking about stuff that is going to change you, because only uncomfortableness can change you not being comfortable. So the charge and all that, you're gonna love that. But I'm gonna hit you where you feel it. Well, like that's my purpose. If you're new to me, God put me into your life at a special time and only for a reason, because I know my purpose and I'm here to show my purpose, and I'm here to speak the truth, and I don't care how it makes you feel, as long as I know that I'm doing something that's pure and out of love, trying to help. Um, we're building an ecosystem, and this is not just trading for me. I'm thinking way bigger than this. Men, women leading, families rising, kids learning, health, wealth, and wisdom connected. If you're serious about leveling up financially, mentally, and spiritually, you're in the right place. Subscribe and turn on notifications. Drop your questions in the chat and respect the process. So I'm definitely gonna stop like my language. I'm gonna be very mindful how I speak, because I do want my kids like watching me and stuff. So I know other kids like, if you want to show, I want to be able to have like, I want it to be dope, like super dope production. I have the vision in my head where you could just sit down and watch it with your family. But the way I talk right now, no, you might not want to watch it with your family. All right, so now we're gonna get straight into the market. Let me just see. Let me just catch up on you. Salute to the gods, salute to the goddesses. Peace to the gods, peace to the goddesses. Say um, peace, love, light, and healing. Says post not into okay, fire. So it's post. Um word. Jason, peace God. Word. Lisa, peace queen. All right, boom. All right, let's lock in now with the market. Is this it? Okay, yeah, boom. I posted this today. So where is SPY ES? Where are yields? Where is the dollar and where is oil? I'm checking the mood of the big money. The main yields I watch are the US 10-year and the 2-year treasury. The 10-year is the market's heartbeat. It tells us what investors think about growth and inflation. It's the 10-year. If the 10-year is rising, it usually means the market is expecting stronger growth or higher inflation. If it's falling, it usually means fear, slowdown, or recession concerns. So if it's rising, it usually means the market expects stronger growth or higher inflation. If it's falling, it usually means fear, slowdown, or recession concerns. So we'll pull it up. So we're gonna go to the daily. As you can see, we've been falling for the past 2 weeks. We're at the 200-day moving average right now, looking weak. We're below all our lower moving averages. Um, we have lower highs and lower lows um, at the 200 right now. So now we go back here. So we've been falling. So if we're falling, it usually means fear, slowdown, or recession concerns. Today we're getting a little bounce off of our 200-day. We're rejecting here 50% candle. Remember we said that at the last Zoom. So just see how that plays out. Um, so then the 2-year shows what traders think the Fed is going to do with interest rates. If the 2-year is rising, the market expects tight policy. If it's falling, the market expects cuts and easier conditions. Together, these two tell us where money is confident or defensive. If it's rising, the market expects tight policy. If it's falling, the market expects cuts and easier conditions. Um, how do I? Which one is the two? Let me see. Oh, it's US02. Okay. So let's see. This is bearish. Under the 200 on the daily, under the 200 on the weekly. This is nasty. So we're getting a little bounce right here, but we already broke under the lows, and we're getting our bounce right here. Look like we're gonna reject that 10. So we've been falling on this one, and we're really bearish on this. So again, if it's falling, the market expects cuts and easier conditions. So we're mixed right now. Um, Risk on and risk off simply describes whether institutions are putting where they're putting their money. Risk on means big money is willing to take chances. In that environment, SPY and ES are usually trending higher. So we'll go to ES, and we just been looking nasty, nasty. We just been in this nasty range right here. So my moving averages is it's telling price come on up. See, it's rising up. So it shouldn't really act as resistance. It probably will for today, but then tomorrow it'll probably break through and come back up here. Uh so we're in a nasty range on ES. We'll go to SPY. break down the movement. Nasty range on SPY. It's going to come back up here. Nasty. Risk on means big money is willing to take chances. In that environment, SPY and ES are usually trending higher. NASDAQ is strong. Growth stocks are being brought and yields are stable or slowly rising. So risk on means big money is willing to take chances. In that environment, SPY and ES are usually trending higher. NASDAQ is strong. So growth stocks are being bought and yields are stable or slowly rising. That's none of the case. We know growth stocks are getting smoked. So let's check NQ, NASDAQ. NQ don't look good. Potential bear flag wants to play out. If we close below this 25,000 mark, that's going to be nasty. NQ, we're in this nasty range. Now we have all these moving averages stacked below us though. Before we had the 100-day to catch us. Now we're below that. So we are, the probability is higher that we go down versus up. We just leave it at that. And then we'll get into this. DXY. The dollar is usually flat or weak and money flows into tech, momentum, and higher risk assets. That tell us the market feels comfortable and is focused on making money. So we'll look at the dollar, see what it's doing. So the dollar is trying to break out, but it has 98 as resistance. Yeah. Overall, the dollar is just, it's falling apart. 200 down here. So it's weak. We'll leave it at that. So the dollar is usually flat or weak and money flows into tech. Money is not flowing into tech though. Momentum and higher risk assets. This tells us the market feels comfortable and is focused on making money. So what is risk off? Risk off is the opposite. It means institutions are protecting capital. You'll usually see stocks selling off, NASDAQ weak, money moving into bonds, yields falling, the dollar getting stronger, the gold catching bids, buying the dip. That tells us the market is worried about something and is shifting into safety mode. So what are we seeing when I pull up all these charts? We're seeing risk off. That is what we're seeing. Gold keep getting brought. We're in a risk off environment. The relationship between stocks and yields help us confirm the tone. When stocks and yields are both rising, that's usually healthy risk on driven by growth optimism. When stocks are falling and yields are rising, that's a dangerous mix and tells us inflation or tightening fear. When both stocks and yields are falling, that's panic and recession concern. That is what you're witnessing. Panic and recession concerns, what you're witnessing. When yields are falling but stocks are rising, that's usually a Fed pivot or a rate cut, hope rally led by tech. These combos tell us whether a move is strong, fragile, or likely to fail. So when I check ES, yields, dollar, and oil each day, I'm asking one simple question. Is money attacking or defending right now? So let's pull up oil while we're at it. We're going to look at OIH. I seen it gap up, this rising. Someone asked me if it's time to get in. You know the answer to that question. No disrespect. You just want a different answer because we know we don't want to chase that. We know we want this, then this. But you're scared it's going to run away from you. But it's cool if it does. It just wasn't meant for you. So we need a retest. We're not chasing OIH. And OIH only confirms It's OIH will only be ready once energy confirms that it is now in the bull trend. Energy is doing its pullback right. It's retest right now. Um, so we want to wait a little bit on OIH. I mean, you could get in now if you want, but OIH could fall to 330, 340 if it wants. Um, so that's OIH. I like how it looked. I like how all our energy plays look. Yesterday was our nice. We had a nice retracement, but it wasn't really much at all. We're gonna look at it. So if stocks are strong, yields are calm, the dollar isn't spiking, and oil is stable, that's risk on, and we can lean into momentum trades. Remember that. If stocks are weak, yields are unstable, the dollar is strong, and oil is sending warning signs, that's risk off, and we tighten up, reduce size, and focus on defense. That's why I've been sending energy plays. If nothing lines up, it's usually chop, and the best trade is patience. This process keeps us trading with institutional flow instead of guessing. Calm trading, smart positioning, stay focused. That was one thing. Man, I'm about to cook, y'all. It's a lot. Well, it's 12:34. We're only 30 minutes in. All right, bet. Um, okay, you couldn't see now, and I was reading anyway. I'm looking at it now, but it's cool because I was just reading. It wasn't much. You would just been reading the words with me. Um, Let me go through the comments real quick. Uh, Everybody telling me can't see you. App can't see you. Okay. See app can't see your screen. Blessing. Can't see you. Okay. Boom. How y'all feeling right now, though? Good. Good. We good. Peace, KT. We feeling good. KT, look at this. I thought about you, bro. Oh my God. Don't start this. I thought about you when I did this, bro. I was like, I automatically thought about you with the outfits. I'm like, oh, that's all right. We're gonna have KT right there on the front line. Um, that's fire. But all right, don't lose track. The snipers on the rooftop. You know what? That's why we gonna have you as the chief in command. See, I ain't have no snipers on the roof. Um, that's crazy though. But I wasn't even targeting you though. That wasn't me at all. Um, Amazing. All right, boom. All right, so Levine, you had a question, Levine? You can unmute yourself if you had a question. All right, I'll go to Alex. Peace, King. What's up, Alex?
Oh God, for real.
Hello. So
Oh,
I'm.
okay.
Can you hear me, Ab?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you.
So after we did the Zoom with both you and Rams, I went and made the rectangle for marking
Mm-hmm.
up the charts for the weekly. I just wanted to confirm the lower range was supposed to be on top of the box.
So when I do the box, damn, wasn't there just a stock that I just had up with the
That was
box?
it.
Okay, so it's lagging, but okay. My lower range is always at the bottom of my box. My top range is at the top of the box. My lower range is below our rectangle is where sellers will be in control. Above it, you could snatch liquidity, and buyers could gain control. This is a big liquidity area. Now we have liquidity up here, but above the range is buyers, and below it is sellers. It's helping me. So if I see a lot of consolidating, like we had all this consolidating, so I did a range, and I'm like, we need to break out the box and then come and retest the box and bounce. So I need this in order to be bullish. That's what I needed to see. And as you can see, it did it right here. So it came, so it faked you, came right here. Most people chase it, fall, and it folded. Now you lost money, you're down. Then it goes up, but it don't go all the way up. So you're still slightly down. You might be up a few percentage, and then it goes even lower, lower, and it wipes you out and then snatches even more contracts, stops them out. Now it goes in the direction you thought it was gonna go, and then it hits our trend line and it retests. And this is what we need to see. Bounce. Now you know buyers is gonna hold. And that's what's happening right now. Hopefully that answered your question. Alex, you had a question, bro? I put the link right there if anybody have any questions. Just post it in the chat. Alex, you're muted, bro. Can you hear me? Yeah. Oh, you didn't have no question. Oh, okay, okay. All right, boom. All right. So I'm going to remove you then if you didn't have a question. If you do, you could just come back up. Davion. Peace, King. Rudy, what up, bro? Peace, King. I can't check my private chat, y'all, because it's going to open. Let me see what y'all said. Davion, did you have a question, bro? Y'all just like clicking links.
No, I'm good, man. I'm just in the background chilling.
Oh, okay. How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Do y'all thing.
Word. All right, bet. All right, so I'm going to remove you from the backstage then. If you have a question, I'll bring you up.
Gotcha.
All right, bro. Then we got Jason. King. Peace, King.
Yellow.
How you feeling?
Yellow. I can't hear you, beloved.
You can't hear me?
Oh, can't hear you.
No.
Let me know if I'm doing something wrong.
Can
I
y'all
see
can
you, but I
everybody
can't
else
hear
hear
you.
me? You might have your volume down. Could someone wait, let me see. Damn, who's messaging me in the private chat? Can you hear me, Lily? Peace, Queen. Can someone answer me? Thank you. I was getting a little upset. So, all right, so that was something was wrong on his end. I think I'm gonna have to unshare y'all because I'm trying to see what somebody's messaging me. It better be important. Just a sec, Tony. All right, Jason.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Peace to God. How you doing, man?
I'm doing phenomenal, bro. How you doing?
Oh man, I love that word. I'm doing phenomenal too, man. Doing
Good.
phenomenal. My question for you is, how can I be a part of this ministry? And what made God lead you this way to do this?
How can you be a part of it? I don't even know yet
Yes.
because I guess when we do these zooms, you just share your knowledge, your wisdom, or like how you normally always do. Just speaking your knowledge, saying things helps a lot. But
Oh yeah.
I never thought about it because with me, I've just been in this creative mode where thoughts
Mm-hmm.
just been popping up in my head, been firing on all cylinders. So as I'm going,
Mm-hmm.
random thoughts just keep flowing. So this thought, everything that I'm doing now just came up to me yesterday, and this rising. So I didn't even think about it. It
Mm-hmm.
came to me, and I just put it down. So I didn't think that much into why it's happening, but I know why. Well, Ramadan is here now, so he really wants me to impact. That's the only thing that I could think of. I
Yes.
already get like
Uh-huh.
the feedback that I do help others outside of trading. So I think he just wants me
Mm-hmm.
to step it up more, um, and to really bring us together because we are living in our last days. So I'm just doing my purpose on what I
That's true.
feel is my purpose, and I'm just trying to prevent and save as many people from the hellfire as I can. That's my only job right now.
Mm-hmm. Walking in your divine purpose.
That's a fact.
That's that's beautiful, man. I'm be totally transparent. Like the spiritual person inside of me is trying to kill the fleshly person inside of me. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm,
and I'm grateful for that because I'm just doing His will. Because when you're being stretched, that's where the growth is at, right? And in order to win, sometimes you got to lose. So I'm grateful for the space that I'm in right now. Is it messing with my mental? It was, but now it's not anymore because I know that He said I am the great I am. So He got me no matter what. I came in this world with nothing. I'm gonna leave with nothing, right? But I got a job to do. So when I leave this earth, I have to leave it better than when I got it.
that's a
Everybody
fact.
can't go.
That's a fact.
So, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for you and Rams. I'm grateful um,
Likewise.
for Trap and for Rob and for everyone that's growing and being stretched in these days and times right now. Because everyone is focused on the money and that's just a tool, but they're not really focused on the blessings and abundance that was promised to us. So if we
Yes.
focus on the promises, we won't have to worry about nothing else. He got us regardless. And I just had to spend like 3 days the other day, and in my mind I had to blow up a raft. You know what I'm saying? It just got air in it, but I put the raft in the water. And there's
Hmm.
other people that was in my old boat that the boat got holes in it. And it's like, no, we're not getting on that makeshift raft with you. I'm like, listen, it's freedom over here, but they still want to stay in that boat with the hole. And I had to come up with the idea and the conclusion, like, listen, they comfortable with the boat that has holes in it. You can't save
Mm,
everybody, and it's
that's
okay.
a fact.
Like I said,
Hmm.
Tyler Perry told me 4 years ago, like the higher you go, people will only be able to see you from a telescope, but they'll see the shuttle, but they won't see you as an astronaut. So
Mm,
God is moving in a mighty way that He's going to make black and brown people save this earth, save this
mm,
world. I truly stand on that. You know what I'm saying? And old things pass away, so new things can come about. So if you're a snake, shed your skin. If you're a lizard, shed your skin.
mm,
You know, what's the thing said the other day? You got to put your computer down, put your laptop down, and use this high capacity computer that we have in our heads because use it for what God really intended it for us. We're the only species that walk the face of the earth that can take sand and turn it into glass. We're the only
mm.
species that walk the face of the earth that can take a tree, cut a tree down, and make paper, or make a chair. We're the only species that have that ability. But
That's
we
a fact.
have um, dominion over all the animals. But we don't want to follow the animals. We want to follow other mammals. And if the mammals are leading you to hell, why are you following them?
And we have dominion
Because
over
there
the
is a heaven
sun
on
and
earth.
the moon. Hmm?
The sun and the moon. So that's what it is, sun and the moon, right? So I wear so much copper and silver and gold and stuff because keep myself tapped into the energy that comes from the sun and comes from
Hmm.
the moon. Like we talked about moon water the other not too long ago on a Zoom. Like people don't even understand that, and it's okay. You gotta plant the seed and walk away from it, and don't talk
That's a
about the
fact.
seed no more until the people they'll see the tree, right? Because if
Hmm.
you tell people about your seed, they'll come over to your house or to your garden house, and then the whole plant is dead.
Mm,
So that's why I asked you what made you come up with this idea. I know
hmm,
it's spiritual driven, but the
hmm,
people that's on the Zoom or on the StreamYard may not know it's spiritually driven. And folks like, man,
hmm.
what happened to Ab? What happened to Ab? And Trap even said he's finding his divine purpose and it's gonna come back around that we're gonna link up one day. And I said, man, honor and glory to God, because people always on the internet they always try to cause confusion and separation of the division. That's the enemy's job.
Uh,
But when
yeah, I get
you
what
when
you're
you building something, when you building something, when you building something, and it's diligent hands build what?
Well,
Keep building, brother. Keep building. And I'm grateful that
gotcha.
you're building this because you got something in the womb that's cooking right now too. So you cooking in the womb, you cooking on the internet, and you cooking in other people's minds and brains, and you cooking yourself.
Alhamdulillah.
So
All
keep on
praises.
cooking, man. You keep putting stuff together. Alhamdulillah.
I
Man,
appreciate
praise
your
the Most
words,
High.
bro.
And I pray for no problem. Everybody that's on here that has a womb, the women that have a womb that's being under attack right now, just know, if you have a man in your life, stand by his side, encourage him, nurture him. Don't try to bring him down. Because there's a lot of our black and brown women are trying to bring men down because the world doesn't want strong men. The world doesn't want family structure. The world doesn't want togetherness. The world wants a bunch of chaos, so they continue to be trillionaires while we be peasants. Capitalism needs poverty mindset people so they continue to grow.
And that's the
And
reason for all of
like
this.
Harry,
Go ahead. Not to cut you now. It's my fault. Go ahead.
yeah, like Harriet Tubman said, I would have freed more slaves if they realized they were. You know what I'm saying? Even the great Jesse Jackson, what he was trying to do, or whatever the case may be, he may have had his own shortcomings in real life, but what he was trying to do as a whole is to bring people together. Fred Hampton was bringing people together. Every time people bring out the truth, they get rid of you. They get rid of you, but you know what I'm saying? Everyone, what's they said? All you scared Negroes sit down. Everybody can't go, and that's okay too.
Fact.
Everyone is not going to geometrically fit you. You can't put any squares in your circle. You know what I'm saying? They always try to send somebody to infiltrate. But if you have that if that's your divine assignment to do the will of the Lord, you got to do it. You got to do it.
Thank you,
They
Jason.
have all this arts and entertainment that people. Yeah, you're welcome. They got all this arts and entertainment that they have us distracted with. Like Valentine's Day. People spend so much money for Valentine's Day and for the Super Bowl, and then the next day everything was 80% off. Like if you can't show somebody that you love them daily, don't wait for one day.
That's a fact.
Do you know the Hallmark family? Why is it a pack of paper that's 50 cents at the dollar store? When you go to Hallmark, they want $8.99 for someone else's words so you can tell somebody that you love them. You're supposed to show love every day. There's no greater love than come from the Most High God.
That's a fact.
So why are you waiting for a day for somebody to say, hey, happy Sweetest Day, happy Secretary Day? But the next day you hate that person. You spend all this money on flowers. You got to give somebody flowers while they living. If you really love somebody, go buy a plant bush, a rose bush. Dig the hole with your loved one and plant in the ground with your whole family. And then watch it grow together. Water it. Let the sun hit it together.
Thank you, bro. That
I don't mean to be going on and on like this, man.
That was perfect because
like I said,
it was for a reason why you just did that, because you just explained because when I finish with the live, it's gonna all make sense what you just did, because the reason when I'm doing and walking in this is because we don't have no more people that are teaching us, like, Louis Farrakhan about to die soon. We don't have those leaders that's willing to sacrifice their lives to help his people come out the fire. So I've been in the fire, and I came out of the fire, and I want to bring all the trapped minds out the fire. I'm willing to, do whatever I can and sacrifice my life to make sure everybody else is good. So my purpose is like way bigger than me and bigger than my family. My kids is big as hell. Astaghfirullah.
Excuse me for cutting you off. He said, Lauryn Hill, I always bring stuff back to music because music touches soul, right? Like Lauryn Hill had a song said, "When it hurts so bad, why does it feel so good?" You know, and like I said, you got to lose to win. You know, a lot of people don't want to lose. Like I got 40 acres and a mule over here. I can't lose it because I worked so hard for it, right? But God said, I got far much greater for you over here. I got a land filled with milk and honey. The streets is paved with gold. You ain't got no worries over here. You worried about that. You still got to pay taxes on your 40 acres and mule, right? And they also we've been lied to for so long, man, bamboozled, hoodwinked, like all these black churches and all these different religions institutions, people put their money into these institutions. Then we put the money into the Caucasian bank. And we put the money into the Caucasian bank. The Caucasian bank put it into the stock market, let the money grow, and then they manipulate the stock market, bring it back down, and invest your money again. Well, why we can't just come up with a whole hedge and say, okay, cool, let me put $1,000 a month with 20 people that are like-minded, put that to the side, and then we start our own credit union and buy our own property and get our own weapons of mass destruction, which is this right here. That's the weapon of mass destruction, is your brain. Why we can't train our own children? Why we got to put our kids into their school system that's been failing people for years because it's a business.
Oh, yeah. Before we get too deep into that, that's the topics that I'm going to touch upon later. Thank you for your words, bro. Beautiful. And everybody appreciate your words. You get a lot of love in the comments.
You know what's so crazy? You know what's so crazy?
Ahead,
Before I go, I'm gonna give you this one. I get more love from my healing through these two platforms that I do in my own, outside of my family, than my own city. And I also know that in those books that we study, it says a prophet won't be celebrated in his own city, right? Like you said earlier, it's far much greater than your family. It's far much greater than your apartment, your house. It's far much greater than us. And it's okay. As long as at the end of the day, God says, "Jah, well done, my good and faithful servant," did my job.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
So put me back on mute. I'm taking my buddy from coaching, putting him in first class. You know what I'm saying? Love Rams and App. I love you guys, man. KT, everyone is. I can't see where everybody's on here, but I love you guys. I send unconditional love, like a dog. Like if you got a dog at home and your dog might crap on your floor and you might get pissed at him and beat him up or whatever, but the same next time you come home, the dog still loves you, happy to see you, jumping up on you, all that stuff. That's the type of love I got for you guys, man. I appreciate all that you guys are doing. Alex and everybody that's in here, Levine, whoever's in this chat, don't give up and never look back. Never look back, because behind you already conquered that. That's it.
That was beautiful.
Don't do that.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome, King.
That's what separates my lives from everybody else's lives. My lives is very spiritual. It gives you what you've been missing. It feeds you. You know you've been missing it too. You feel that you off. You feel like you're not doing everything you're supposed to and stuff like that. So I'm gonna help you point out what it is, and it's very simple. You forgot the one that created you. That's all it is. But we're gonna get back into the charts and then we'll go back to it. That was beautiful though. I don't care about being interrupted.
You're welcome, King. You can't
stuff like that.
One more jewel.
Go ahead,
you can't get a Bitcoin. You can't get a Bitcoin if you ain't got a bit of God.
Word.
Oh man.
Well, a prayer group, man. We right here with it on Wednesdays. I'm telling you, I'm about to see. Once I finish, you're gonna be like, oh, okay. It's a lot. But let me share my screen and get in here. Because I've been watching the time. I'm timing it perfect. Like I've really been I really organized this for y'all. So if you don't like it, I'm be upset. So now. But I really was trying to like really organize it to make this really good. So we about to lock back in. Prophet is never loved in his own home. That's why we were meant to be disciples in the gospel. I'm the fifth gospel. Anyone want to join me? Beautiful message. Beautiful. I'll leave that there. Because y'all could private message each other too. So far. All right, so boom. Now we back to learning. So now, we back to the market real quick. Y'all got 2 more hours with me. So I hope y'all here to learn because y'all about to learn a lot. So boom, we got into XLE. I got you. I seen your message. Whoever asked for it, I seen your message. We get into XLE now. So we got into XLE about $54 and like 12 cents, something like that. We had a nice pullback here, and I know y'all probably was. If you're in, you probably was getting nervous or something. But I'm always gonna post if I see something. I'm looking. Just best believe I'm looking. I got my alert set. I don't stay staring at the chart, but I got my alert set. I know when it's coming to an area. I know I put a stop loss on the post for this exact reason. My stop losses are strategically placed. They aren't just we want to get out at this amount. My stop loss is um validating my entry. So far my stop loss is telling me that our entry was a nice entry. And why is that? Because we pulled back. We had a nasty day yesterday, but our moving averages protected us and structure stayed intact. Because our this is beautiful. Our stop loss was at 51. It still is at $51.40. Our 20-day moving average was at $50. 50 no, my stop loss is at $51.40. Our 20-day moving average was at $51.45 yesterday, right? Now I know that our entry was so perfect. Now look where our 20-day is at. Our 20-day risen up. It's at $51.80. So now I feel even more comfortable. So now if we pull back more, I know $51.80 we should bounce. Now I know I'm even more protected. So that was a beautiful entry. That pullback was nice. You pull back into structure to test it. And so far we're passing the test. And we want it to pull back. If it comes down here, we're loading. You want it to pull back strategically though. That was beautiful. It was a beautiful starter position because it was only a starter position. Only risked 1.6% to be exact of my account. Now it's beautiful. It's running. So as long as you got a stop loss on, you shouldn't be stressing when it pulls back on you. As long as you know what you're doing, you're putting your stop loss in the strategic spots. The 200 down here, it's not by coincidence. Is at our support level. So that's something to keep in mind. Look how the moving average bounced off of my support level. That was beautiful, right there. Rising up. So XLE entry was $54.12. Had a nice pull retracement yesterday, and now it's running up, and it looks good, it looks healthy, and now we just broke today's highs, so that's beautiful. If we break yesterday highs, I love it. So this is XLE. This is the energy ETF. If you don't know, this is something that we're in. Go to my sniper, and someone told me it is post. You go to post, and you'll be able to see that. It's somewhere down there. I post a lot, y'all. So make sure you put your notifications on. I stay trying to tap y'all into my knowledge. And yeah, we're taking off $54.70. That was a nice move. We're up 1.77% today. It looks good. Looks good. Looks good. It's gonna come down to what the Feds say to later though. All right, boom. Speaking of the Feds, I didn't make a post for this. So speaking of the Feds, I was going to live trade, but I'm not going to be able to because I'm not going to have my focus, and I don't want to mess up because I have a lot to go over. So it's okay. So today is Fed Minutes Day, which means the market is about to get insight into what the Federal Reserve is really thinking behind closed doors. The Fed controls interest rates, money supply, and overall liquidity in the system. Their main job is to fight inflation, keep the economy stable, and protect the banking system. They just injected 16.5. I don't just like to just talk. They just injected $16 billion into the economy this week. Well, in total, that's what they're doing. They're injecting $16 billion. That tells you a lot. This economy is not good. They're trying to save these banks from collapsing. We already had one already blow up, so don't be surprised if you see another one. When they speak, market listens because their tone determines whether money flows into risk assets or pull back into safety. So they speak today at 2:30. So it's very important. Um, a lot of times I don't listen. I listen to after. Um, I don't know. It's boring sometimes. I'm just keep it real. But yeah, sometimes I listen to it. But overall, I might not listen to it, but I always go back to read it though. I love reading, y'all. Um, the FOMC minutes are simply the written notes from their last private meeting, showing what members are worried about, how serious they are about inflation, and whether rate cuts are getting closer. This is not a speech, it's their real conversation, and that's why markets react. If the minutes come out dovish, meaning they sound softer or inflation and open to easing, we usually see a tech led bounce. NASDAQ strengthens, growth stocks catch bids, buying the dip, and risk turns back on, while energy generally holds its ground. If the minutes come out hawkish, meaning they are still strict and focused on fighting inflation, tech usually sells off, NASDAQ weakens, and money rotates towards defense and energy names. That's risk off behavior. So now you see why we're in energy. If the tone is mixed with no clear agreement inside the Fed, the market typically chops, fakes out traders, and traps both sides. In that environment, patience pays more than activity. The key time today is 2 p.m. Eastern Time when the minutes are released. Before that, expect choppy price action. Let's leave it there real quick. I like to see the moves before the market. We got energy running. Keep that in mind. SPX ranging, consolidating. So then we go to NDX, NASDAQ, ranging sideways. Tech is weak. Energy is moving. This is before the Feds. An hour before, this is what it's showing us. So right now, it is looking like some type of risk off behavior. So we keep that in mind, and then we just wait for price to confirm it. Um, so when the minutes are released before that, expect choppy price action, low conviction moves, and algorithm driven noise. After 2 p.m., real direction usually forms as institutions position. We don't front run this event. We let the market show its hands first, then we react with structure and discipline. I'm not trading it because I'm not going to be able to, I don't think. But if you want to trade futures, I can give you my setup. And just remember, ES, SPX, SPY, NQ, NDX, QQQ, RTY, IWM. I don't know the one in between that. RTY futures, and then just RTY the index, and then IWM. So it'll be for futures traders. The focus today is mainly on NASDAQ, NQ, or mini NASDAQ, and the S&P 500, which is ES or mini ES. NASDAQ is the most sensitive to Fed tone because tech reacts first to rate expectations. So it will give the clearest signal after the minutes. ES follows right behind and confirms broader market direction. The Russell is secondary, usually lags on macro news days, so it's not our priority unless small caps suddenly show unusual strength. For most traders, the best choice today is NQ for momentum and ES for stability, with MNQ and MES as reduced risk versions. So basically, if you want a smaller size, because NASDAQ, the way it moves so violently, you could blow your 50K fast. You could blow 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 in seconds. Like, futures is no joke. So if you just getting into it, I suggest you start off mini, MES, MNQ, because then you'll see the ticks is significantly smaller and you won't get hurt. So before 2 p.m., the goal is capital protection. Keep size light, avoid chasing, and only take clean setups at key levels with VWAP or major support and resistance. Someone had a question about VWAP, so we'll get into that. If price action is messy, the correct play is to pass. After the minutes, if the tone is dovish, look for long setups on pullbacks to your AVWAP or your VWAP or the 20 MA with strong volume and higher lows, especially on NASDAQ. If the tone is hawkish, look for short setups on failed bounces, VWAP rejections or AVWAP rejections, and lower highs with tech leading lower. If the reaction is mixed and choppy, the best trade is no trade. Today is not about forcing action. It's about reading liquidity, waiting for confirmation, and executing with discipline. The Fed doesn't move markets by itself. Money flow does. The minutes simply tell us where that money is likely to go next. Our job is to stay patient, protect capital, and strike only when structure is clear. I ain't gonna lie, I'm starting to get like parched. And I be going to the gym when I fast and stuff. It's really a test of discipline. All right, let me just read this real quick. Thank you, Ab. I will buy and put some stop loss. Oh, nobody can see my screen. Oh, good job, Ab. All right, so let me just show y'all real quick. So this is NASDAQ sideways, trading sideways. This is the index. And then this is, thank you for letting me know my screen wasn't on. I'm glad I wasn't really showing much. See sideways chop. This is the S&P 500 sideways chopping. And then we'll go to XLE and we can see XLE is running up. Nice gap up. $54.71 we're currently at. So that's telling us based off of this risk off environment. Jacoby, what up, bro? Peace, King. Micros, I love micros. Which firm do you? I like my funded futures because you get to keep. Man, the purchase fire. You get to keep. Was it 100% of your fund? Just read up about my funded futures. I can't really get it off the top of my head, but they got one of the best perks, and I didn't have no like I haven't been seeing the platform freeze or anything like that. Been practicing on Trader with demo, the man, the myth, the no myth, the legend app. Quasi, Peace King. Damn, y'all gonna keep private chatting me? I'll look at it in here. Oh no, I gotta just pull it up. I hope it ain't nothing like. Oh, okay. Oh, y'all made your own. Oh, okay. Oh, this is everybody. Okay. Thank you. If y'all at me, it's gonna be a private message. Do we have any questions on that? Maybe y'all didn't hear me. Do we have any questions on that? No, app. Okay. Sometimes I just gotta talk to myself because y'all don't want to talk to me. So I'll be feeling some type of way. So if I talk back to myself, I feel better. Alex, taking notes. Thank you for your response. I love hearing the feedback, so I know like if I just sound dumb or not. Like tell me. No, I don't sound dumb, but about to take off though. Someone's using Top Step for futures. So nobody have questions. If we don't have questions, we moving on to our next segment. If you have questions about the market, ask me now, please. Because we did God markets. The next segment is discipline. No, I know I don't sound dumb. I just be talking. So questions about the market is now. If I see it later, I'm just gonna ignore it. Go over this list. If could we go over this list? If no questions, the list, our watch list. Is it still a good time to get an XLE? You want to wait now. Never get in on a continuation. So this is the continuation. It running up. You only get in on the exhaustion. This is exhaustion. It falling. Taking this breather. It already ran. You don't want to get up here because the retest could happen 2 to 4 times typically. We only retest it 1, 2 times. So you could wait to come back down here. $53.75 is where you go in light, or you want to see a buyer step in and then you add if it makes sense. Like, cause you got to pay attention to your structure, your moving averages, and stuff like that. But yeah, I broke it all down in there. But you don't want to get in here. I mean, it's shares though. If you want to add at $54.70, you go super light. You I did 1.6. You do 1%. After anything above $55, leave it alone. Don't add. What was the other ticker you were trying to buy with XLE? SLB. Word. Just tapped in on my break from work. Peace. Hope you feeling good. Are you recording so we can go back to YouTube or watch? Yeah, for sure. It's going to be recorded. Y'all just go to my YouTube and then you go right to live. So if you can't find the lives, y'all, the live, like for YouTube on Wednesdays, just remember Wednesdays, go to live. The video will be there waiting for you. You go there on Wednesdays. Yeah. I do one-on-ones if you are new. I do one-on-ones is right here in the link. Yeah. And if you just want one-on-one action with me, I try give you as much as I can in the amount of time. For check the reviews for the most part. I'm solid. I want to just say I'm solid in general, but But all right, cool. Okay. I use somebody else said they use take profit trader, but I haven't looked into a lot. Yes, welcome Wealth Tree. Thank you. Money was to play buy and hold or options. XLE is buy and hold. Go to the community tab and y'all see the full setup. Um Grand Rising Wealth Tree. No good mornings here. We're not mourning. It sounds dumb, but it's so powerful. SLB. We appreciate that. SLB. For futures trading. Futures the same thing, Alex. Like MES and NQ, that's where I would start. You're probably starting off at ES and NQ. That's going to discourage you. Definitely do the micros, but I wouldn't want you paying for futures trading because that's not my. I'm good at trading, charting, and stuff like that, but I know where's like I wouldn't charge nobody for futures trading though because I'm new to futures, so I wouldn't even allow you to even pay me for that, bro. Oh, micro. So mini ES. Instead of ES, you do mini ES. Micro. Instead of NQ, you do MNQ. Micro. Mini. Yeah, word. It's just grand rising, but we're programmed though until we understand until we understand really what we're doing to ourselves. We're taunting ourselves. If you look back on that history, good morning was said after the husband was beaten or even raped sometimes, or the woman was raped in front of the man, or the woman was killed, or something like that. They would go to the spouse and say good morning, taunting them from what they just did the previous night before. So every time y'all greet me like that, you're wishing death upon me. But I understand your intentions though. But and then they'd be like, well, it's not spelled the same. But if you really truly tap into English words, it's for a reason. because they're spells. If they really tell you what it is, you're gonna be more mindful of it. But all of our words come from Latin and Greek, and they're broken, and they take a small, they take a certain amount of letters from the whole word. These words are that we have in English actually come from other languages. We just took some of it out, so it's not the full meaning. But morning, morning, morning. Yeah, yeah, you're morning. But word, there we go. You're ready. All right, so okay, so we're gonna get to our watch list then, because nobody have questions. I think that's what someone was referring to. So the watch list. Oh, and if you can't find the XLE thing, it's here. Is something about anytime you see something with energy blast off is one. That's the start of it. Energy. That was my first post, and then this one, energy back from the dead. That shows you the setup for. Is it or is just me talking? I think about. So read that one too, and then yeah, just look at the post. It's all up here. My entries right here. Stop losses, yeah, right there. Risking $2.70 per share. Um, yeah, just tap into that, y'all. So the watch list, I'm always going to update as well. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, just because I have a lot that I want to talk about. BG is this one was added on our Zoom that we had on Sunday. BG has a nice pullback. This is what you like to see to the 20, not to your 10, but to the 20. Remember what your 20 is, the pullback in the uptrend or pullback in the downtrend. Now you're seeing a doji and a nice bounce. That's what you like to see. You could even say this is a bull flag right here. Or you could say this is a cup and handle forming right here. Or you could say this is an inverse cup and handle forming right here. So it looks good on BE. That's the 1 hour though. So we gotta be mindful of our time frames for sure. Um Daily's telling me I'm just ranging consolidation right now, but it looks good though. We're holding our moving averages, we're holding the structure. Remember, this was resistance. Now it looks like resistance has now became support, but we don't truly know yet. BG looks good so far. Then we have ADM. ADM is experiences retracement, but remember it ran up a lot, so it could pull back a lot. So we could pull back here. This is a good spot, $64. It still looks good on a daily. Is just pulling back on a weekly strong. So weekly is confirming $64. We have a nice cup and handle right here. It don't get cleaner than this. If you can see it, hold on. This is touch right here. Cup handle. This is nice. ADM looks good. It's just we flirting with that. We finally got to our 200 day on the weekly, and now we're finally above it. That's major. Remember, below the 200-day moving average, sellers are in control. Above it, buyers are in control. So we finally recaptured that. So now you can start looking into that play. You want to be disciplined. The next one is XOM. I'm surprised my mouth ain't as dry as I thought it would be. XOM. Ramadan Mubarak to everybody that's just joining if you are Muslim. So XOM looks good. I don't know what I was just doing just now. Yeah, XOM looks real good. Had a nice retracement. Buyer stepping in, a close above 150, $150 and 60 cents or 55 cents. Looks good on here. Nice. This looks nice. This looks nice. But I wouldn't get in here at the top. Remember that. You want to get in on exhaustion phase. It's already all the way up here. So why do you want to get in when it has the risk of falling all the way down here? That's one thing that y'all really have to break. That's an ugly habit. That's one thing that a lot of people that I know have to break, that habit right there. Getting in at the top. We gotta stop that. We did XLE OIH. Looks real good. That's the weekly. This the daily. That looks good. That looks good. Then we got CVX. Mind y'all, this is our watch list, y'all. Everything is fire so far. It's doing. Remember, this is what I'm looking for it to do. This white arrow. So just chop because this is a bull flag setting up, in my opinion. Just don't have the confirmation yet. Like weeks before it. Um, this looks good. This looks real good. Real good. I like CVX. It's at the top though. You don't want to get in here. You're at the top of your range. So you don't want to get in. Understand structure. DVN, Devon. This is what a watch list is supposed to look like. You don't want to see your stocks under the 200, under the 100. You want to see real bullish stocks. This needs to pull back some. This is Devon. Looks nice. Really, $42 would be a good area. I like Devon. EOG. So we'll do this every week. Go over our watch list, see what we got to add, see what we have to remove. EOG looks beautiful. I love EOG. It just needs to come back to 118 for a nice retest. Ooh, and we recaptured. Ooh, it's energy's about to make its move. EOG, and then did we just look at? Okay, this is SLB looked nasty yesterday. I know if you was looking at that chart, it's like wow, it looked nasty. But look at the bounce back though. It came all the way down here. Then boom, pop out, pop up. This one waiting. This is what I'm going to do options on $50 call. It's not ready yet. Once I enter, that means it's ready. How? And that's one thing. Don't ever force a setup. I will never force a setup. I'll wait months, a year, possible. Say cup and handle forming. This is beautiful. It's waiting right now. Waiting game. This is beautiful. This is how you pick a watch list. We did this together too. Rams, Pat, Jacoby, Darnell, T. Will. They helped me. They gave some names on here. BKR. Boop. BKR is moving. But you don't want to chase it here. You want to wait for a pullback. BKR looks nice. McDonald's. Let's see how McDonald's is performing. McDonald's looks nice. We bounced off of our line that we did our last Zoom. And now we're trying to recapture this line right here, our first one. And that's at, I know we got a few people in this play on their own. So I'll talk more. $327.20 is what we want McDonald's to close above on a weekly. If we can recapture $327.50, that is beautiful on McDonald's. The target is $338 on McDonald's. McDonald's looks good. HD. $126, doing good on time. HD is getting this pullback now. Remember, I talked about in last Zoom, it could come to 380, even 378. Right now, it's not much to say about it. It's just retesting, making sure structure is good. It's holding right now. That's all I can say. It looks fine. It looks good. It looks good. It looks good. Just have to be. Yeah, we need that 389. We gotta pay attention to HD. It looks good though. But on the weekly, What's it doing? Okay, yeah, it looks good. 375. As long as it's above 375. Cool. Lows. I should have put low. Lows look beautiful. Wow. It broke above here. Wow, that's nice. Candles bounce off candles. You see that wick bounced off these candles. Our current wick bounced off these candles. Took the body of this candle. See where we're at. Lows look beautiful. Wow. If you missed your Walmart, this is not like a Target or anything, but Lowe's is good. I like Lowe's a lot. Like this, the chart is beautiful on Lowe's. Um, we did BE. Oh no, what, did we do BE? No, BG. Wow, look at BE. That was where you wanted to buy, and I spoke about this. This one. That was your buy right there. We just did right there at $128.40. Our support is no coincidence. Our 20 is there. No coincidence. Yeah, no coincidence. Our 20 is right here. No coincidence. Our 10 right here. This is where you want to buy. And this rep from this week, it rep from 129 is at 157. That is beautiful. And I hope somebody caught it because I didn't. That's the one thing about that's the downfall of having all these on your watch list. But I did it to help y'all because we're not gonna all want to trade this one stock. So I just made it a lot where we have a lot to choose from. So U is one, and I said that BE and UUU will be the first to make the moves. Out of our energy list, BE just took off. I hope somebody grabbed that. So UUU, if you missed your BE, this might be your short term play right here. UUU. If you could do options on that because it was $21. Um, I like you. That's a good one right there. NEE. NEE ran. Now we get a nice retest, so we want it to come down to our $85 level. That's nice. It's called a break and retest. Break, retest, run. Now you're having another retest. So boom or boom. 89 or 91. You lose 89, then you know you come in at $86.50. TPL has been going crazy. This is Rams. Like Rams has shot this out and this shit. Wow. We remember at the fifth. So you come down to the fifth, we was down here. 339. Almost $100 move. Stop playing with him. All right. That's nasty right there. That was nasty. That's fire. That was fire. 473 is the target. That was fire. Damn, that's fire, Rams. I see it. Iron sharpens iron. That was good, bro. Almost $100 move. Hell yeah. Dollar Tree. Damn TPL. I didn't know it went like that. I just knew it. I seen it every day. Like, damn, this shit running. Wow, look at Dollar Tree. It's invalidating the head and shoulders. Look at the setup we got right next to it. Me and Rams went over it. This is what you want. And now you just broke your $131.70. Remember, close candles only. Today needs to close above here. Go up to whatever. Don't chase it. Let it reject. And then you want to see your $131.70 become your support. About and then strength come in, and then you can get in. Man, have we seen any ad stock on our watch list? No. That was everything. Fire. Every single chart looks fire. Damn, Rams. That shit is fire, bro. OLN. I don't remember OLN, but I know you wouldn't lie to me though. We've been going over so many. Was OLN one? I don't remember this one, but let me see. Uh, I don't know. If I said OLN, if I said it, then I don't know what the hell I was on. Nah, monthly is bearish under 200. Damn, did I really say that? Ain't no way. Go ahead and delete that comment. Say no. Damn, did I really say that? If I said that, astaghfirullah, I must have been on something. It's not spelled the same as that voice is funny. So. He's so messy. That KT. McDonald's. Yeah, it just look like it's going to consolidate for now. Up here, monthly, weekly, daily. Yep, just consolidate. Now we're going to consolidate on top of our previous highs. The move is coming soon on McDonald's, probably in a week or two. I don't see it this week. I see it next week or the week after. I could be wrong. I'm locked in on futures. Might leave Patreon too. I'm locked in on futures. Might leave Patreon until volatility goes through the cycle. When it's back to a bull market, I'll join back for the community. That also chart in there. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm not in the Patreon no longer. So you do your thing. Let's see what Davion said. McDonald's just going through the bull flag. Yes, that's a fact. We make it a breakout in a couple of days. That's very possible. Did you get in on the low? You has options. Stop playing Rams. That shit going crazy. Facts. Let's go. Yeah, we gonna delete this. Let's see. I'm playing. I really don't remember saying that. My reads under 200 is not. I really. Did anyone get Home Depot? I know y'all was talking about it. And Home Depot is still something that you could get into now. Rams is in it. This right now is the perfect entry. Like here, you could start looking, but you might get it lower next week. 175 to 178 is perfect entries based on, you just don't hop in. But if you see buyers getting in, that's your perfect entry. 180 to 380. If I said one, I meant three. 380 to like 383 is your good entries. Like right now, it's fine. 378 is beautiful. But it's holding structure, y'all, and you're outside your range. So if you're thinking about Home Depot, now is your time. You either get in today or you can wait to see. I will wait after FOMC, see what moves go on, and see if you can get it a little lower. But Home Depot is in a good spot though. It's right now. It's in that you go light though. You don't go crazy. You just go light to test to see if structure is solid. Who talking about you, KT? SOXL. So that looks good. Nice pullback. Now it's already at resistance, so you don't want to get in yet, but you're probably in that already. This looks good. It's just the $69.65. We can't get through that. So now you definitely don't want to get in if you're not in yet. And if you are in already, you want to trim your positions. Right now, looks good. Rising moving averages on the daily look constructive. Then we go to the weekly. It looks good. Yeah, I like it. MATX. Get your thinking caps on. I'm about to fry your brains. Wow, this is beautiful. Oh yeah, you getting it, Jason. This is nice. And it's just getting started. What the moving averages is telling me. Just getting started. If you're not in already, do not get in. You're at the top. This is nice. It's overextended though, so you don't want to get in. But this is gonna run. If you can get 146 though, then you'll get in. This is nice. Hard in the paint. That's nice. Um. Okay, I'm about to go to my next segment, but I'm gonna drop this in here. If y'all have any questions, I'll give it a minute before I start with this next segment. Cause chart questions. Just because I'm moving on from the market now, we about to go to another pillar. 138. My mouth is not as parched as I thought it would be. Been talking a lot. Alhamdulillah. All praise is due to Allah. I had to look in the camera because y'all already don't be talking back to me. Y'all might not be like, yo, Ab, you got mad shit right here. It's crusty and shit. Or Ab, you drooling. Ab, your lips trapped as fuck. Oh, stop it. Damn, see, stop playing. I just curse. Cause I use 2050, 200. I mean, it's all. You just got to learn how to use it. So, all right, I use the 20. So, what is the 20? The 20 is the pullback in the uptrend or downtrend. Okay, I use the 50. What is the 50? It's the medium term pullback or uptrend. I'll pull back in the uptrend and downtrend. It's the medium term. And then the 200, bulls and buyers are in control. So that's good for you. But the only thing I would suggest is just add in a lower moving average to catch the short term trend. I want you to put some coins together to get you a camera. Okay, put to yeah. I'm thinking about all of this. Yeah, like into like a real like production type thing. Like trap thing is like it was fire what he did. Watching him like in 2021, his visuals and stuff till like now that was fire. But yeah, definitely going to do our thing. Did you go over how to set anchor VWAP? No. On the watches, what's considered a good pullback to enter? Dang, it's whatever. I don't remember, but I was saying it as I went. So just watch the replay. But I think UUU was one. And I don't remember. I know UUU because I just did that. That was definitely one. I will watch the replay. So the AV WAP very simple, and I have a video, an older video that explains like really breaks it down. One of my mentors, he breaks. Well, he was my mentor that I had a while ago, and I went ghost, and from the market, but definitely look into that older video. But the AV WAP very simple. You want to anchor it to important price. So like big candles with a lot of volume, you'll anchor it. It's going to tell you where buyers and sellers is. Above the AV WAP, buyers in control. Below the AV WAP, sellers are in control. So we're anchoring this big candle. You want to anchor your important days like you can anchor any type of tariffs, major tariffs that came out, or inauguration day, any type of important day that got a lot of volume. You want to anchor those days. Anchor your highs, your all-time highs you anchor, and you anchor your swing lows as well. Um, and those, remember, above the AV WAP, buyers are in control. So overall, buyers in control. And then below the AV WAP, sellers are in control. So on this, buyers are in control. That's all it is. Don't overthink it. Very simple. Um, Let me see if anybody. All right, nobody have questions. I'm going on to the next segment, and I'm gonna lose some people here because when you start talking about the truth, you start talking about your mind, you start talking about organization, stuff like that. Our people don't want to hear it. Um, just don't want to hear it. You're welcome. That's why we're so stuck. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's good, Alex. I know you got a lot because I've been trying to give y'all a lot, and I hope y'all like it so far. How we feeling so far? I know y'all not gonna tell me good, nothing. I just gotta read your minds, but I hope y'all feeling good though. Um, I see Mitch and Bollinger Bands from time to time. When do you find the need to use it? I only use Bollinger Bands on So you want to keep in mind where you're at with Bollinger Bands. Like if you're overall at if you're headed towards the top of the upper Bollinger Band, you don't want to go long. More than likely you're gonna have trouble there and you're gonna fall back to the bottom Bollinger Band. When you're in the middle of the Bollinger Band, you don't want to go long or you don't want to go short. You want to go long at the bottom Bollinger Band, you want to go short at the top, but you don't want to just do it because you're there. I only use the Bollinger Bands for futures when I'm trading futures. Helps me, especially if I'm like scalping or something. I appreciate you as well, Angelica. Um, this is great information, helpful for me to learn. Reading the charts, love to hear that. Santos, good. Peace, King. Still here. Appreciate it all. Yeah, Angie. Peace, Queen. I'm enjoying it. Love to hear that. Good. KT is amazing. Word. Love the feedback. Thank you. That's all I've been wanting. Phenomenal. I love that word. Can you go over the estimate? Amazing. I didn't get in the Lowe's play. I'm only in XLE. Um, SMA, simple moving average is what I use. If I was a day trader, I use the exponential moving average. If you want to learn more about it, this is what you could go here. This is a good video. Right here. Look up this one. We're not going to get into it though. But SMA simple is what I use. My 5-day will be the only exponential one. Exponential is more sensitive to price, so it twitches and it really moves every time you hit it. Me, I'm a swing trader, so I want more. I want to really use like I want my moving average to act as like support and resistance sometimes. So I'm going to use the simple, but this is a good video, y'all. SMA versus EMA is what I typed in, and then I put Charles Schwab in this guy right here. Good video. That'll help you for sure. I would have went through it, but I know I got a lot. I did XLE and XLF. Let's see XLE. Let me see XLE again. But yeah, I'm only in XLE. Besides futures, only play that app is in is XLE. The only play. And then I'm going to be looking at something off the watch list, but OIH is one that I'm going to grab shares of. And as far as options, the only one so far right now that I'm waiting to be ready is SLB. And then once energy and oil starts confirming, they start taking off, then I'll look into our other plays. But I really like Lowe's though. But yeah, nothing else though. And I won't be in more than 3 plays probably at a time. 4 is the most, but I probably won't be in 4 though. I did not over leverage because how do you take care of all of those? Like if you got 20 plays that you're in, how? I just don't get like how are you? That's just a lot. That's a lot. You have to be avoiding risk management. You can't be managing your risk if you're in that many plays. And then that's just a lot that it's a lot of stress on you. You got to pull up these charts, look at these charts, and you're going to look at them all day. Then it's a lot of P&L that you got to see red, green, red, all red. That's a lot I don't know how. That's like taking care of 20 kids. I'm cool with 4 or 5. That's still a lot, but I don't understand how y'all can get in so many plays and be able to. You're gonna start getting sloppy. You're gonna start getting reckless. It's a lot. XLF though, it's 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 not ready yet, but it's starting to build there though. Once it breaks 54 dollars in the hole, it looks good. Oh well, long yeah. If it's shares, then yeah, cool. But options though, you really shouldn't be in more than 3, 4 the most, but really 3. But yeah, shares is different though, way different. All right, so we move. We done. That was market. Now we move. So now my next segment is I'm going to, because remember it's not all about charting. So if you want to leave now, you just leave. I don't care. But it's about Ramadan. I'm gonna just show y'all what Ramadan is. Tell y'all what Ramadan is. What Ramadan is. Ramadan is the ninth month of the Islamic calendar and is considered the holiest month in Islam because Muslims believe it is where the Quran was first revealed. From dawn to sunset, Muslims fast, meaning no water, well, no food, no water, and no physical indulgence during daylight hours. But beyond abstaining from eating and drinking, Ramadan is a spiritual reset focused on prayer, reflection, self control, and charity. Discipline and self control. Ramadan trains you to control your urges. You may feel hunger or thirst, but you choose restraint. This daily practice strengthens willpower, and self control is the foundation of personal growth. Whether it's fitness, business, relationships, or faith, mastering your impulses help you become more focused and intentional in every area of life. Gratitude and perspective. When you go hours without food or water, you begin to appreciate what you normally take for granted. The first sip of water after sunset, well, at sunset, feels like a gift. This shift in perspective builds gratitude, and gratitude changes how you see your life. Moving from complaint, that's Satan, to appreciation, that was the devil. I had to get him off of me real quick. Can't stop this movement. Character development. Ramadan isn't only about fasting from food, it's also about fasting from negative behavior. Muslims are encouraged to avoid gossip, anger, arrogance, and harmful speech. It becomes a month of refining your character. Even for someone who isn't Muslim, practicing intentional self awareness and cleaning up your habits can elevate your mindset and maturity. Empathy and generosity. Feeling hunger creates empathy for those who experience it daily. That's why charity is heavily emphasized during Ramadan. When you physically feel discomfort, you better understand the struggles of others. This builds compassion and a stronger sense of responsibility towards your community. Beautiful. Spiritual and mental reset. Ramadan provides structure, early, should have put risings, intentional meals, prayer or reflection, community, connection, and discipline at night. That structure helps clear mental clutter and refocus priorities. Even if someone is not Muslim, adopting a period of structured reflection and restraint can strengthen mental clarity and emotional balance. In short, Ramadan is more than just a religious observance. It's a month long training program for discipline, gratitude, empathy, and self-improvement. Principles that can benefit anyone striving to become the best version of themselves. Ramadan Mubarak. Praise him. Praise be to Allah. All praise is due to Allah. Pointing us in the right area. Save that video. Yeah, I'm gonna make that a video. Stay with me now. Stay with me now. So boom. So that okay. Let me see. How y'all feeling so far? All right. So we getting a little deeper now. So go by the intentions, my intentions. So this part of the segment is called um damn, stop for the truth will set you free. I'm gonna have to clip that. The truth will set you free is this part of the segment. This is the part where uncomfortable feels good. This is the part that's going, ooh, like you're gonna feel when I'm like you might be like, I don't agree, or you might be like, damn, that was deep. But take it or leave it alone. I don't care. It's the truth. So in the Bible, Jesus prays to God and he says, "The Father is greater than I." Some people understand that as submission. Others understand it differently. I'm not here to debate. I'm not here to argue religion. I'm here to show what the text says because the truth will set you free. And when you're free in your mind, you're free in your spirit. And when you're free in your spirit, you move with clarity, discipline, and purpose. In the Bible itself, Jesus consistently points to God, not to himself as God. For example, he says, "The Father is greater than I" in John chapter 14, verse 28, and prays to God in Matthew chapter 26, verse 39. So many people, especially Muslims and some Christians, understand Jesus as a messenger and a servant of God, not God himself. Islam is very clear on this. God is one with no partners. In the Holy Bible, Jesus consistently points people towards God rather than himself. As God, he says, "The Father is greater than I," showing a clear distinction between himself and God. He prays to God in moments of hardship, such as in Matthew chapter 26, verse 39, saying, "Not my will, but yours be done," which shows submission and dependence. He also admits limited knowledge in Mark chapter 13, verse 32, saying only the Father knows the hour. And in John chapter 20, verse 17, he refers to God as my God and your God. In John chapter 17, verse 3, Jesus defines eternal life as knowing the only true God and Jesus as the one whom God has sent. These verses together present Jesus as a servant and a messenger of God, not God himself. Historically, the earliest followers of Jesus were Jewish, monotheists, thesis, who believed strongly in one God. They accepted Jesus as the Messiah and a prophet, not as God. The idea that Jesus was fully God developed later after long theological debates in the Roman Empire. Church councils such as Nicaea in 325 AD played a major role in formalizing doctrines like the Trinity. This means that much of modern Christian ideology was shaped centuries after Jesus, rather than being directly taught by him in clear terms. Islam's understanding of Jesus closely matches what he says about himself in the Bible. In the Quran, Jesus or Isa is honored as a prophet, the Messiah, and a servant of God, born miraculously, 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 and sent with guidance, but never as God or the Son of God. The Quran teaches that God is absolutely one with no partnership. The Quran says that Jesus is only a messenger and warns against associating partners with God. This aligns with Jesus' own words in the Bible, where he worshiped God, submits to him, and depends on him for guidance and strength. Many modern Christians believe Jesus is God because they are taught the doctrine of the Trinity, which says God is Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. However, the word Trinity does not appear anywhere in the Bible. It was developed later as theologians tried to interpret complex verses such as John chapter 1 verse 1. Even that verse is debated in its original language, and many scholars argue it means that Jesus was from God or divinely inspired, not that he was literally God himself. From a logical perspective, the Bible's portrayal of Jesus um, from a logical perspective, what the Bible is saying about Jesus also raises important questions. If Jesus were God, it would be difficult to explain why he prays, why he is sent, why he says God is greater than him, why he lacks certain knowledge, and why he calls God my God. The Bible repeatedly shows a relationship where God sends Jesus, supports him, and guides him. This fits the pattern of a prophet and a messenger, not God appearing as himself. When looking at a broader message of all major prophets, a consistent theme appears. Abraham, Moses, David, Jesus, and Muhammad all taught, peace be upon them, all taught worship of one God alone. Jesus himself affirms this in Mark chapter 12, verse 29, when he says, "The Lord, our God, the Lord is one." This is pure monotheism with no partners, division, or shared divinity. Islam preserves this message clearly, and many passages in the Bible support it as well. The Bible shows Jesus praying to God, submitting to God, calling God his Lord, and describing God as greater and only true God. Islam confirms the understanding by honoring Jesus as a prophet and rejecting the idea of divine partners. Both sources point to the same core belief: God is one, supreme and unmatched, and Jesus is a messenger who called people to worship him sincerely. Um, take it how you take it or leave it alone. That's a very touchy subject. But I'm going to be getting into stuff pulled out of the Bible. Next one is going to be who was the first man. It's going to be the next one. Take it or leave it alone. Um, so that's it for that one. And then now we're going to be going into reflection. It's going to be reflection and ownership. On reflection, ownership, and legacy will be next. There's this is about to be deep right here. All right, peace. Um, so this next one is a 13-minute video, and then I get into ownership and legacy, and then I'm done. So I'll be done within 30 minutes. So this is all very important. Um, I know it's touchy, it makes you feel uncomfortable, just like money. That having that conversation in our family makes us feel uncomfortable, but it's important that we talk about this stuff. Well, if we don't talk about it, who else gonna talk to us about it? Because they want us to stay blind from it. They want us to feel uncomfortable from it. But we need to embrace it though. It feels good when you really find the truth. Um, I gotta share it with sound. All right, boom. Here we go. Can't. Okay. Yeah. Oh my God. This shit wasn't even Astaghfirullah. Bro. I wasn't even sharing my screen. Just standing here, sitting here. I'm watching the video, but y'all not. You know. I wasn't even sharing my screen. Just standing. But go off, all right, here we go. Could we? Let me see. Let me make sure I can see it. Let me like watch it.
I tell you today, America is on life support. The signs are clear. Moral decay, political corruption, and greed have rotted its very core. This nation that once claimed to be the light of the world is now choking on its own lies. And when an empire falls, it does not fall softly. It collapses under its own weight, crushing those who are unprepared. Black people, if we do not stand together, if we do not prepare, we will be buried beneath the rubble of a dying America.
America is dying. You can see it in the streets, hear it in the news, and feel it in the air. The economy is unstable. Politics are poisonous, and the very foundation of the country is cracking under the weight of its own corruption. Every day brings another sign that the system is failing. And when it falls, the ones who suffer first and hardest are us. Minister Louis Farrakhan has been warning about this moment for decades. For Black people, this is not a time to wait and see. This is a time to prepare. History has shown again and again that when America is in crisis, our communities are left to fend for themselves. If we do not build the systems that will protect and sustain us now, we will be left exposed when the collapse comes. Stay with us, because in this video, we're breaking down exactly why America is collapsing and how Black people can survive it. Subscribe right now, turn on notifications, and share this with everyone who needs to hear it.
America is not the shining city it claimed to be. It is a house that looks strong from a distance, but inside, the beams are rotting, the floor is sinking, and the walls are ready to fall. The economy is drowning in debt so deep it cannot be repaid. Trillions upon trillions, with interest payments so high they threaten to swallow the budget whole. And while the rich grow richer, the working man is left with scraps. You see the cost of food, the rent you pay, the bills that come every month, they rise, but the wages do not. The politics of this country are no better. Leaders fight each other like enemies on a battlefield, while the people they claim to serve are left unprotected. The states turn against the federal government, the people turn against one another, and trust in the institutions is gone. An election does not bring unity, it brings division, anger, and the fear of violence. And what of the morals of this nation? They have been traded for greed. Truth has been replaced with propaganda. Community has been destroyed by selfishness. They sell you entertainment to keep you distracted while corruption eats away at the foundation. I have told you before, a nation built on lies and exploitation will one day choke on the poison it has fed the world. And that day is here. This America is not rising, it is falling. And when an empire falls, it does not fall gently. It collapses with weight and fury, crushing those who are not prepared to survive without it. Black people, we must understand this truth. When America's systems fail, we will be the first to feel the impact. And if we do not prepare, we will be the first to be lost in the rubble. When trouble comes to this country, the system does not run to save us. It never has. Look at the history. In every great crisis, we have been the last to receive help, if we received it at all. During the Great Depression, when white families lined up for government relief, black families were often denied or given the scraps left over. During Hurricane Katrina, our people were stranded on rooftops for days, not because rescue was impossible, but because their lives were not a priority. During the 2008 financial collapse, trillions were given to save the banks, but foreclosures swept through black neighborhoods like a plague. During COVID-19, we died at higher rates, worked the most dangerous jobs, and still saw resources reach us slower than others. This system does not fail to protect us by accident. It is not built to protect us. Its design ensures that in times of prosperity, we get the least, and in times of crisis, we bear the greatest suffering. We are used as labor when needed, as scapegoats when convenient, and as an afterthought when decisions are made. Some of you believe that if you vote enough, if you integrate enough, if you prove yourself enough, you will finally be treated equally when disaster comes. But I am telling you today, no matter how much you give, you will not receive what you are owed from a system that was never built for your survival. That is why our survival cannot depend on their institutions. When America falters, and it is faltering right now, the government will protect its own interests, its corporations, its wealth, its power. You and I will be left to protect ourselves, or we will not be protected at all. The lesson of history is clear. When America falls into a crisis, we cannot wait for help to arrive. We must be the help. We must be the protection. We must be the system that looks after our own, because if we are not, no one else will. If America is dying, then the question before us is not whether we can save her, but whether we can save ourselves. And to save ourselves, we must have a plan, a blueprint for survival. Without it, we will be swept away by the same storm that will sink this nation. The first pillar of that blueprint is unity. Without unity, we are scattered pieces, easily broken. We must put aside petty arguments, end the divisions planted in us, and recognize that we have one destiny. Our enemies know they cannot defeat us when we are united, so they work every day to keep us divided. We must deny them that victory. The second pillar.
Introducing Iron Beam, a bright choice for futures trading. Iron Beam is an industry-leading
Pillar is economic control. A community that cannot feed itself, employ itself, or house itself is not free. We must support Black-owned businesses, keep our money circulating among our own, and buy land so that no one can decide our future by taking the ground beneath our feet. The third pillar is self-sufficiency. We must learn skills that will keep us alive when the lights go out, when the shelves are empty, when the jobs disappear. Farming, trades, security, first aid, these are not luxuries. They are necessities for survival. The fourth pillar is protection. We cannot rely on outsiders to police our communities in our hour of need. We must train, organize, and watch over our own neighborhoods so that no predator from within or without can harm our people without consequence. The fifth pillar is control of our narrative. If we do not tell our own story, others will tell it for us, and they will twist it to justify our oppression. We must build and support media that shows us with dignity, strength, and truth. This blueprint is not complicated, but it requires discipline. It requires each of us to commit, not just in words, but in action. Because when the walls of America come crashing down, only those who have prepared their own house will still be standing.
In these opening sections, Minister Farrakhan speaks with no attempt to soften his message. He describes America as a nation in decline, politically fractured, morally adrift, and burdened by debt that can never be repaid. He warns that this is not speculation, but an ongoing collapse, and when the system finally breaks, Black communities will bear the worst of the impact. He supports this warning with history. During the Great Depression, Black families were often excluded from federal relief. In Hurricane Katrina, many were stranded for days with no rescue. In the 2008 financial crisis, foreclosures devastated Black neighborhoods, while bailouts went to banks. In the COVID-19 pandemic, the death toll in our communities climbed faster than elsewhere, while resources arrived late. These patterns are not accidents. They are the result of a structure built to protect its own power, not our survival. From there, his focus turns to the need for preparation. He calls for unity as a shield against division. He urges economic control so that wealth generated in our communities stays in them. He emphasizes self-sufficiency through practical skills that keep families fed and safe. He stresses protection through community-based security. He demands ownership of our narrative so that outsiders cannot distort it to justify harm. Each element of this plan requires discipline and commitment. Farrakhan's point is clear. There will be no rescue from the system as it declines. Survival will depend on what we build for ourselves before the crisis reaches its peak.
The time for watching has passed. The signs are here and they are multiplying. The economy is strained under debt that cannot be repaid. Leaders are locked in battles for power while the people struggle to keep food on the table. Prices climb while wages remain stagnant. These are not isolated problems. They are evidence of a nation moving toward collapse. Waiting for the perfect plan is the excuse that will leave you exposed when the storm arrives. Every day spent in hesitation is a day wasted. Action must begin now. Even the smallest steps matter. Support the businesses that belong to our people. Learn the skills that will keep you alive when shelves are bare. Form alliances with those who are serious about survival. These are not symbolic acts, they are the foundation of protection. Distractions will pull at you. The noise of this nation's politics will promise hope if you choose the right side. That hope will fade when the crisis comes. History shows we are not placed at the front of the line when help is handed out. We are often left at the end, and sometimes we are left out entirely. If you want safety, build it yourself. If you want resources, secure them before they are needed. If you want stability, create it through discipline and preparation. Every person can contribute something. Some have knowledge to pass on. Some have strength to defend. Some can grow food or store supplies. Others can organize information and keep the network connected. The only role that does not exist is doing nothing. A prepared community can outlast a crisis because it moves with intention and refuses to depend on those who have shown they cannot be trusted with our survival. America is moving into dangerous territory. You cannot control the fall of this nation, but you can control how ready you are when it happens. Those who act now will endure. Those who remain unprepared will suffer. The choice is before you, and it must be made today. America is in decline, and the pace of its fall is increasing. The signs are not hidden. You can see them in the economy that strains under debt it cannot repay. You can see them in politics that no longer serve the people. You can see them in the erosion of moral standards that once held the society together. These are not distant warnings. They are happening now, and they are accelerating. When this nation's systems fail, they will not fail politely. They will not send you notice before the lights go out, before the banks close, before the shelves empty. Collapse does not.
An IQ of 85 to 115 is considered average in the US. And
not give a schedule. It arrives while you are asleep, while you are at work, while you are distracted by the daily noise. If you are unprepared when that moment comes, you will have no time to prepare. Preparation must be treated as a requirement for survival. It cannot be postponed. You must have networks of people you trust. You must know how to secure food, water, and safety without waiting for institutions that have already shown they will protect themselves before they protect you. You must build systems that meet your needs now, while there is still time to do it in an orderly way. I am telling you with clarity, the government of this country will act in its own interest. It will protect its wealth. It will protect its power. It will ensure its survival before it considers yours. That is not an opinion. That is history repeated across every crisis this nation has faced. If you want your family to endure, you cannot leave their survival in the hands of those who have never made it a priority. The responsibility is yours. It belongs to every man, every woman, every young person capable of contributing. There is no role for those who sit still. Every skill, every resource, every action counts toward building the security that will be needed when the collapse reaches full force. Some of you will hear this and dismiss it as fear, but fear is not what drives this message. Truth drives it. The truth is that survival will not be handed to you. It must be claimed through readiness, through organization, and through work that starts now. The choice is before you. You can prepare and stand when the storm comes, or you can ignore this and be swept away by it. That choice will be made today, not tomorrow. The future will not wait for your decision.
This was Minister Louis Farrakhan speaking on America is Dying and Black People Must Survive It. What you've heard is not a lecture for curiosity's sake. It is a survival manual disguised as a speech. Every point he made was built on decades of observing the direction of this country, watching the patterns repeat, and understanding how those patterns have always left our communities exposed. He began by naming the reality that many try to deny. America is in decline. This isn't speculation. It's visible in the instability of the economy, in the widening cracks of its politics, and in the moral decay that has taken hold. He made it clear that these aren't distant warnings. They're current conditions, and when the final collapse happens, it will be sudden and unforgiving. From there, he pointed to history as the proof that we cannot depend on the system to save us when that day comes. In every major crisis, from the Great Depression to Hurricane Katrina, from the 2008 financial collapse to the COVID-19 pandemic, our communities were not only neglected, but in many cases actively disadvantaged. We were the last to be helped, if help came at all. These moments were not exceptions. They were reminders that survival for Black people in America has always depended more on what we do for ourselves than what the system does for us. Then came the blueprint. Farrakhan laid out a plan for survival grounded in unity, economic control, self-sufficiency, protection, and control of our narrative. Each is a separate pillar, but together they form a shield against what's coming. None of these are abstract ideas. They are concrete actions that can start today and must start today. The urgency in his voice grew as he moved into the call to mobilize. He stripped away the comfort of waiting for a perfect plan. The message was direct. Even small steps taken now matter. Support your own businesses. Build skills that keep you alive when the grid fails. Form alliances with people who are committed to preparation. Do not waste energy hoping for rescue from those who have never made your survival their priority. Finally, he left no doubt in his closing words. Preparation is not optional. It is the line between surviving and being swept away when the collapse reaches its peak. The institutions of this country will look after themselves. They will protect their wealth and their power. Our survival will rest on our readiness, not on their mercy. This is the point where you decide whether the words you've just heard remain words or become a turning point. Share this message with those you care about. Speak it to your families, your communities, your organizations. lessons. Let it be more than a warning. Let it be the start of action. Because when America falls, those who have prepared will endure. Those who have not will be left behind. If this message from Minister Louis Farrakhan opened your eyes, make sure you hit that like button so more people see it. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss content that speaks truth to power. Share this video with your family, your friends, and your community, because survival starts with awareness, and awareness spreads when we pass it on.
Beautiful. Word. So I just got one more segment, and then we're done. This ties into ties into what we just was watching. So this one is about ownership and legacy. Peace, Queen. You're late. And this, I'm I love my people, and you look at my skin color, a Aboriginal, um, indigenous. I'm melanin. I'm black. Um, I'm not African American, but I'm black. So I'm going to really speak to us. But this is for just the oppressed in general, like Hispanic, white. It's no color on it. It's just, of course, I'm really going to look out for mines before everybody else get taken care of, and then they come as well. But yeah. So, um, facts, powerful truth. So just this one thing, and then I'll answer some questions, and we're done here. When America gets a cold, black people gets the flu from. Damn, I like that. When America gets a cold, black people get the flu or COVID. Wow, wow, that was a bar right there. That was fire. I agree. This is very important though. This is what I was. So this is how our Zooms is going to be. We talk about the market and we get into all of this because this ties in building uh, a nation. And I just have the vision in my head though. Like us men, we're gonna listen, but I know the women really gonna like resonate. And to teach a man, you teach an individual, and to teach a woman, you teach a nation. So my purpose for this is like it's intentional. Like I know exactly what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, how I'm laying it out, and just take it or leave it alone. You take it, you're gonna see the improvement. You have no choice but to improve in life. You leave it alone, you're just gonna get what you already got. I just wanna serve others, inspire, and spark the minds of others before it's my expiration. Because we come from Allah, and one day we'll return to Allah. So, and you'll be weighed by what you did. If you're not doing anything, it's time to get off your butt now and make change. Stop trying to be normal. Stop trying to fit in. Stop worrying about what others think. None of the above. I don't care how anybody view me. As long as I'm speaking truth, that's all that matters. So ownership is bigger than trading. Wealth is bigger than charts. If all we ever do is trade other people's companies, we're still working inside somebody else's system. Real power is building systems. Real power is owning something that doesn't produce. Real power is owning something that produces whether you wake up or not. Land, businesses, brands, property, intellectual property, not just sneakers, not just chains, not just cars, assets, not liabilities. Every wealthy community owns something that prints money. Elijah Muhammad taught something simple but deep. A people who don't control their own economics will always be controlled. If you don't own land, food, businesses, media, and institutions, you are dependent. Independency is modern day slavery. Freedom starts with economic independence. He taught that if we want respect, security, and stability, we have to build it ourselves. Nobody's coming to save us. We have to save ourselves through structure and discipline. Economics is simple. who controls the money flow, who controls production, who controls the supply chain. If we only consume, we stay broke. If we produce, we build wealth. If we only buy, we stay trapped. If we build, we grow. Stop just buying, start building. Stop just spending, start investing. Stop just flexing, start structuring. Infrastructure is the backbone of every strong nation. Farms, warehouses, schools, clinics, tech platforms, delivery systems, trade routes. Every powerful community has an infrastructure. Weak communities depend on others. When you don't control your food, your transportation, your education, and your technology, you are vulnerable. We need our own systems, systems that work even when the economy slows down, systems that protect our family. I'm really like digging deep. I've been to Africa so many times, like 8 times, but my grandmother just my Umi moved there when my grandfather passed away a couple months ago. Like my father I was telling you about when he died, he's from Ghana. But we actually been going over there. Well, she's been going over there. I'm about to go over there in like 2-3 months, and we're gonna actually get some land out there. Um, I don't just talk, and I'm gonna show y'all the pictures when I'm out there. I own a cattle and all that. Like my grandfather, my father, he had got me when I was younger. I got calves, I got bulls, all of that. Um, I'm gonna start showing y'all like my life. Like I'm gonna put it on YouTube and stuff when I start traveling out there. Super dope and inspiring. Um, so institutions are what make wealth permanent. Banks, credit unions, schools, training programs, media platforms, investment groups, cooperative businesses, individuals can fall, institutions remain. When one person fails, the system keeps moving. That's how wealth lasts generations. That's how you go from surviving to thriving. That's how you build something bigger than yourself. Wealth is not money. Money is temporary. Wealth is ownership plus system plus knowledge. Wealth gives you options. Wealth gives you leverage. Wealth lets you say no. Wealth protects your children. Wealth buys freedom. When you have wealth, nobody can control your future. Nobody can dictate your life. This is why I teach discipline and training. This is why I teach discipline in trading, because trading is seed money. Trading is capital. Trading is not the end goal, it's the tool. You flip capital into ownership. You turn profits into assets. You turn skills into systems. You turn discipline into legacy. That's the play. Elijah Muhammad wasn't teaching hatred, he was teaching independence, self reliance, structure, and dignity. He was teaching people how to stand on their own feet, how to build instead of beg, how to create instead of complain. The blueprint is simple: own, produce, build, and institutionalize, protect, and pass down. If we do that, nobody can erase us, nobody can weaken us, nobody can stop us. That's legacy, that's real power. And if you just seen by let me see, let me give y'all the exact. I don't like talking unless I'm I know what I'm saying is 100% correct. So tell me I'm not gonna find it now. So like this is a powerful quote. Let me just leave with this. Well, not leave it because I'm not done yet. But you have to overthrow the government, not in Washington, but in your head. If God is the only ruler in your dome, then your life reflects that God is present. Powerful, powerful. Um, I gotta find this. I have to find this. And of course, Satan, the devil. All right. By the end of this century, nearly 40% of humanity will be African. Um, this stuff goes so much deeper into why we made it, why blacks didn't stick with blacks and stuff. it's deeper. Well, we're gonna get into it, but they have to pay for what their forefathers did to us, so they're dying off while we're growing and multiplying. This is how I go. God's coming to. If you look in the Bible and stuff, like the people that stand on the corner, they're crazy. Like they be really crazy, but they know what they're talking about. We're the children of Israel. The prophet is the trumps and stuff like that. I mean, not the prophet, the pharaohs, stuff. The pharaohs is Trump and stuff like that, and we're the children, the Israelites. Um, we're gonna get into that the next one, though, but that's everything. That's everything. Basically, legacy isn't built from income; it's built from ownership. If all we do is trade markets and spend profits, we stay in the system. We convert profits into assets. We start building outside the system. Elijah Muhammad taught that economic independence is the foundation of freedom. A people who don't control their own economics will always be dependent. Independency leads to weakness. Ownership leads to strength. Economics isn't about production. Economics is about production, not consumption. Producers build wealth. Consumers fund someone else's wealth. The question isn't how much you make. The question is what you own. Infrastructure is power. Land, food systems, businesses, media platforms, education systems. Strong communities build systems that operate without permission. Institutions institutions create opportunity. Individuals can fall, institutions remain. If we want generational wealth, we need generational systems. Wealth isn't money, money is temporary. Wealth is assets plus systems plus knowledge passed down. Trading is the seed capital. Ownership is the harvest, and that's the blueprint. Um, I appreciate everybody for staying on while we went through that because I thought I was going to lose a lot more people, but we're probably fed up. I know I am. Um, that's all I got for y'all today. So now I could just answer some questions. This will be recorded. I'm going to break it down into videos. Ramadan Mubarak if you just joined in, and we went over a lot today. Um, I never got to say peace be upon you all. In Arabic, we say assalamu alaikum. I don't know. I always make sure I say that, but I missed it. But I just said it though. So peace be upon everybody. Peace, love, light, and hell, and peace to the gods, peace to the goddesses in here. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I want to do what others aren't going to do because they're afraid of how y'all might take it. But I'm not here for views, for likes, for comments. I'm here to spark the minds of others. That's it. That's my sole purpose. I'm not here for y'all to like me or nothing. I'm going to definitely bring Jason on here to hear what he has to say about everything because I love hearing him speak. It's we have to end it with him, and then I would like for him to, after he speak to us, I would like for him to end it off with a prayer as well. That'd be super dope if he would like to do that. He's on the backstage. I'm about to bring him up right now and see if we can get him to, because I know y'all would actually like to hear him too. We love hearing him, and I hope everybody's frequency is adjusted from. I hope you feel more enlightened, or more stronger, more healthier, more more clear headed than when you first joined. Um, I hope you really feel that love and connection inside of you, the warmth. I hope you feel what I'm saying to you. I hope you don't just hear the words. I hope you hear the life, because words is life, and I'm trying to speak life into you. But I want to hear Jason though. And your anxiety is gone. Yeah, Alex, I told you it was gonna be gone. Yeah, I love to hear that. Word. What you got for us?
It's good, man. It's good. What I got for you guys is my cup is filled and it's actually overflowing with joy, because God has a unique way of moving, and when He tells us to move, we must be obedient to Him telling us to move. So everything that went on today, we're so grateful to God for it. The vision that you have and the walk of faith that you have, stepping out of your comfort zone, being used to what you're used to doing or what have you, and walking into the newness of life is a very difficult task, especially when you have this voice on this shoulder saying one thing and another voice on the shoulder saying another thing, but God's voice telling you, hey, follow me. So being obedient and following Him is priceless. And it resonates with me so well because like for the last, it's been a while now, but I've been going through a storm, and these storms keep coming to me, right? And the enemy, or he should say, Satan, is trying to use the one closest to you to affect you, right? And I keep saying, you got to come with somebody else. It's not working. You know what I'm saying? And instead of me running from the storm, I'm going right directly to the eye of the storm. Peace is that. And I've learned how to, instead of me being passive, to stand up and fight for what you believe in and stand on His promises. So I was like, hey, a lot of things I'm going through, it's like, hey, God, this is not my battle, it's yours, so I'm giving it back to you. And God is thanking me for giving Him the battle back to Him, right? But the downfall of this great country that was built on our backs is about to fall. And the promises of God, He said, I promise you life and that much more abundantly, so you must follow me. So I'm following His lead, and I'm not even in the blind because the light is shining. I got my eyes closed, right, at times, but the light is still shining through my eyelids. Light, so He is our guiding light, you know, and the load is heavy. You know, the cross that Jesus carried was heavy. The cross that Farrakhan is carrying is heavy. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, all of our leaders were carrying some heavy crosses, right? But in the end, in Revelations, it say, in the end, we're going to win. So either you're going to complain and stick to what you're used to, or you say, you know what? Let me take off these worldly robes and stuff and let me walk into the newness of life. You can't put old wine in new wineskins. I'm tired of drinking red Kool-Aid. I'm tired of going to the Asian market. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of eating these chicken wings. It's killing my body. I'm trying to put this mucus and these parasites in my body. I'm a living creature, so I'm going to eat everything that's living, right? I'm a child of the Son. I'm a child of the Most High God. I'm the original children of Israel. That's who we are, right? But we've been downplayed for so long. So we're supposed to soar like an eagle, but a lot of us don't know what we eagles because we've been eating duck food and we've been eating chicken food and turkey food all the time. But now it's really time to feast on His word. And when we feast on His word and digest it and appreciate it for what it really is, you won't even have to defecate anything because it's all real good food. That word don't never change. Everything in this world changed besides God's hand in His word. It never changed. Just like Jay-Z say, I'll never change. This is Jay every day. God don't never change. And however you want things to be, you write it down, you put it into the atmosphere, and it's going to happen. It ain't never be on your time, but it'll always be on. It's like, you know, when you were start dropping things in the Patreon, and everybody's like, wow, man, this dude dropping these things in the Patreon. We're so grateful.
No. That's Satan. That's the devil. Down. Connection.
It's always going to live.
You went out a little bit. Like the
okay, so
last
because somebody was trying to call.
seconds.
Yeah, so when you got into the Patreon and start dropping those jewels and start breaking things out and Rams break things down and it's like, wow, where these people come from? I'm like, yeah, we got 2 other goats. Y'all don't even know we got.
Damn, like.
Hold on. So everybody keep trying to call me. So you got all these goats around here, but we doing the work of the Lord. So now people are like, man, this is something different. I've never received this. I haven't got this. Why did God put me in this place? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going through something. So by Trap being in his ministry, you being in your ministry, Rob waiting his turn, everybody waiting their turn, you know what I'm saying? Then we get to the free throw line, like, man, is you going to shoot the shot or are you going to pump fake?
Dang, how he ended like that. He's spitting.
When you continue to pump fake.
Dang, Jason, you going out. It keep cutting you out now. That was good though.
Okay, so you get scared to take the shot. But if you got that dog in you, I don't care if you got pneumonia. Like Michael Jordan had pneumonia where he was sick, but he took that shot. You gotta take the shot. And in life, you gotta take the shot. If you don't take the shot, you'll never know if you can win. You'll never know. It's okay. You can take as many shots as you can. The one that counts is the one that you do for God. He promises life and that much more abundantly. It's nothing greater than that. There's no greater love than that. No, our kids is love. Our spouses is love. Our family is love, right? But there's no greater love than him. And that's unconditional love. You got somebody to lay down, they give you their only son to lay down his life for everybody else for what we did wrong. Ain't no greater love than that. Ain't no greater love. Meshach, and Abednego was in the fiery furnace and they wasn't even touched. MC Hammer had a song said, "Can't touch this." You can't touch what God already ordained. You can't. So no weapon formed against you shall prosper. If you got on the full armor, you good. People want to watch sports all day, right? But what is the sports doing? It's just like modern day Rome. Oh, you got killed by an animal, so what? Who's next? But you making money for them. We teaching our kids to play basketball, football. You teaching them to be legalized slaves. It's time out for that. I don't want to be no legalized slave. I don't want my kids to be legalized slaves. I want my children to be the kings and queens that they're supposed to be. Because we kingdom men and kingdom women, right? They've been brainwashing us for so long. Our women don't even think they're beautiful no more. They don't even think they're beautiful no more. They're so addicted to everything fake. It fake butts, fake eyelashes, fake nails. You want everything fake, but you want to be with a real guy. But then when you get home, you take everything off. You're like, man, you thought, wait a minute, you was a dime in the club. Now you're a 2 with a curve. You don't need all that type of stuff. I praise every time I see a woman that's natural. I tell them thank you for remaining natural, because the internet has really messed people up, man. If you have your natural hair, your natural eyelashes, and all that, I salute you. I mean, even if you have the fake stuff, I salute you too, because you can get rid of all of that. So you can shed that old stuff off. You know what I'm saying? You can refresh and renew yourself. Just like let's talk about people was getting flowers and stuff the other day for the pagan holiday, whatever the case may be. If you really love somebody, if you really love your kids or whatever, dig a hole in the ground, plant a rose bush, plant some type of tree, and then you guys water it together and let the sun kiss it. You water it together and watch it grow. And with dead things come on that tree or that rose bush or whatever, cut it off. Because a disease is dis-ease, right? A disease will kill your plant. A disease will kill your body. So if you keep putting pepperoni pizza in your body, you keep putting meat lovers pizza in your body, you keep indulging in the chicken wing and Reese cups and all that stuff that make your flesh feel good, you killing yourself. But that's what the goal is, to kill yourself. There's so much money in the treatment, there's no money in the cure. I have a friend right now that came up with a cure for cancer, but they want her to raise $10 more million. It's a secret society, and it's by design. Folks are scared of the truth. The truth is either going to hurt you or set you free. Like I said on the previous Zoom, we've been in bondage for so long, we don't want to be set free. Remember on Coming to America, he said that apparently this is the best America has to offer. Pick one and let's go home. I'm not settling for no mediocre stuff. I don't even want to be around mediocre people. If I have to be able to see somebody that's mediocre, I can sprinkle them with some love. If you get it, fine. If you don't get it, fine. It's okay. I did my job. I used to suffer from planting seeds of people and then standing there and trying to watch the seed grow. And God said, I didn't tell you to watch the seed grow. I just told you to be like a farmer. Plant the seed and walk away from it. That's all. But wanting for other people that you want for yourself is very different. It's tough. And I've done so well for myself in this community that I'm in here in my little small city that's racially driven. It's crazy. And just like Minister Farrakhan said, we are always the last to receive help. But why would you have to rely on a man for help when you got God? You rely on him. You don't rely on nobody else.
Talk to me.
Right? Because if we've been lied to for so long, just rely. You keep relying on the liar. Why would you rely on the liar? He's been lying to you for so long. She's been lying to you for so long. Why continue to rely on the liar? Why you can't put your hand in the truth? When you put your hand in the truth, both your hands in the truth,
Man, it's a feeling better than climaxing inside of a woman or a woman climaxing on top of a man. Ain't no greater feeling than that. Ain't no greater feeling than what God has done. Woke you up to see another day. Every time you wake your eyes up, you got to say, Lord, thank you for your favor. Because somebody didn't get this opportunity to get that favor to wake up and see another day. You got to continue to give you his praises. Why should I keep hollering for the Buffalo Bills and calling the New York Jets and the New York Knicks? Why I keep spending money on concerts? Oh, I'm going to go see Nicki Minaj. For what? The frequency is low. I'm an eagle. I got to be up high. I got to be close to the sun. I want to kiss the sun, the earthly one and the heavenly one. That's who takes care of me and takes care of everybody else. Why am I relying on this arts and entertainment? Why I can't rely on my creative mindset? He gave me this brain. Huh? A lot of people even tap into 1% of their brain. And the people that tap into further parts, they call them a genius. They ran Kanye West's name through the mud. Because he was talking the truth. Anybody want to hear the truth? Like, man, that Negro crazy. I used to mess with the old Kanye, but the new Kanye, I don't know what's going on. Oh man, Jay-Z at the Super Bowl with his kids. What that got to do with anything? 34 fella, he said, I go out there and grab you by the vajayjay. I mean, give me something to talk about. It's all diversions. We're supposed to be talking about unity, working together. Fred Hampton was 21 years old when they murdered that dude in front of his pregnant wife. He was talking about unity. The guy that just lost his life yesterday, he was talking about unity. Huh? My man John, that used to walk across the bridge in Selma, was always talking about unity. Barack Obama talk about unity. Everybody talk about unity. We don't want to hear that though. We want to keep being separated. And I don't like that new man. I ain't going to that church, man. I'm going to open up my own church. I'm going to open up my own sneaker store. I'm going to open up my own liquor store. I'm going to open up my own barbershop. What happened? We got the iPhone, so everybody's about I. But back in the day, it was a video game called the Wii. People don't want to be on the Wii. Why? Because all those games on the Wii, it took some work to play those games. That's deep. And I don't even smoke. That's crazy. The Wii.
I ain't catch the last part. Oh,
I said back in the day, there was a game called the Wii, and everybody worked together. But a lot of people didn't want to. Collectively, you had to play the game together. That was a cardiovascular workout. Everybody want to be like the iPhone and just do their own thing. Back when self-destruction would get on productions, everybody was coming out with conscious rap, and so they came together for the betterment of people. All those rappers, you don't hear about that no more. All the music that was about love, you don't hear about that no more.
I knew he was gonna get cut out. That was fire.
Hold on. Folks want separation and division. You know, they specialize that. Even like when you believe when you were on the Patreon app and you believe what you believe in, and newcomers came in the Patreon, like, wait a minute, he's saying one thing and he's saying totally different, and they was trying to create that division. You're like, bro, I respect what Trap's saying, and then you like, then Trap be like, man, bro, I respect what Ab is saying. One thing for sure, two things for certain. Both of us ain't gonna be right, and both of us ain't gonna be wrong. But if you got that spirit of discernment on you, you got to be able to use your discernment and say, okay, I'm gonna choose the right way, the truth. Why go left if the left is a lie? The only time you got to go left is when you're looking at the charts, right? Because you got to look left to go right.
Yeah, that's a fact.
If I'm talking to people, right, and the people I'm talking to is always on the lower low. And God had told me I ain't supposed to be on the lower low. I'm supposed to be talking to people that's on the higher high. In fact, I'm supposed to be having a conversation with people with the ATH. If you want to mark your chart, so I'm supposed to be talking to the all-time high. That's what I'm talking to. The ATH, the all-time high. The chart's gonna go up and down, and that's fine. That's what life is about, ups and downs. The problem is people don't want to be on ups and downs. Everybody just want to be dead. They want to be flatline. I'm good right here.
That was fire.
Man, I'm gonna be a sniper. I'm gonna be a sniper. Okay, I'm a day trade. You want to be a day trader? Day trade, but you lose your whole thing. And I told you you're gonna lose everything, right? You lose everything. Oh, I want to do futures. You want to do too much. Do what God has you to do. First and foremost, follow His will. Let Thy will be done. Thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. After that, everything gonna come to you. What God has for you is for you. Can't nobody take it away.
That's a fact.
Can't nobody take it away. It's already got your name on it. It already got your name on it. God got a blessing with your name on it already. When your dad shot his shot inside your mom, and you had a whole bunch of brothers and sisters that could have made it, but he chose you to come out the womb. So you got a job to do. All the other brothers and sisters, they didn't make it. He got a way of people putting people together for an alignment. That's what it is. It's an alignment. Ram is an alignment. Ab is alignment. We all in alignment. But these other platforms are in alignment because they relying on the government. A lie meant a lot to you because you believe in a lie. No, get in alignment. Once you get in alignment with the Most High, ATH. Basketball is not donuts, right? I know what donuts do to my body. I know what these green apples and celery do to my body too, and cherries and watermelon with the seeds in it. Ain't nothing I can't do or accomplish. I gotta believe in myself because I believe in Him.
And
So
not to cut your knowledge.
Go ahead.
Not to cut your knowledge, that right there though. And it's going to be a topic too next week. But really, if you look at Jason's skin, look at my skin, it's healthy. Be careful what you're putting inside your body. I'm only 31. My kids' friends be thinking I'm 20. Like, my kids' friends be thinking I'm 22, 23. I'm 31. I'm about to be 32 in May. I'm still young, but I look really young. And it's because of what I eat.
Wow.
And I had a lot of stress, like being in the environment I grew up in. But it didn't. I'm super mindful of what I put into my body. I'm not killing myself. I'm eating food from God. So how you treat yourself inside reflects on the outside. When you get in your pimples and all of that stuff, like a lot of acne, that's just your body showing you that it's trying to heal itself. That's the garbage coming up. And then you get the pus, that's the garbage coming out. Like, that's why you get pimples. It all raises what you're not supposed to get comes out on the outside of your body, the acne and stuff. So if you're getting that means take care of yourself better. If you're craving snacks and food all the time, you're only supposed to eat you're only supposed to eat once a day. So it's like working out your muscles. If you work out every day, you're going to tear something. Your stomach is a muscle. If you eat 3 times a day, every single day, eventually through years, you're hurting yourself. And then, so you eat the 1 time a day, and then, damn, I missed it. Yeah, food is just all right. So if you start having cravings, that just means you need to do a detox. You need to do a cleansing. That means you have a lot of parasites in you. Parasites is the reason why you crave sugar, or why you crave that ice cream, or why you crave that spaghetti, why you just crave that all that food that's not good for you. That just means you have a whole bunch of parasites inside you, and you just need to do a detox and cleanse yourself out. But that's my bad for cutting knowledge, but food is mentioned by every prophet for a reason. Food is your life. You really have to be careful what you're eating. But we're gonna talk about that on our next live on Wednesday, because that's so important. Like, that's why the farmers are the most important. The way Trump's treating them isn't good at all. But farmers are the most important people that we have, though. For real. That's all, bro.
That's
you
true.
could
That's
finish
true.
with your prayer or whatever else you got. I gotta get up out of here. I gotta start praying. Speaking of prayer.
Okay. Well, if everybody bow their head and clear your mind and your heart, Father God, we come today praising you and thanking you for all that you've done for us thus far. We know the best is yet to come. We just submit everything to you, and whatever's inside of us that's negative, whatever our ancestors have for us that's negative, we send it back to the pits of hell where it came. Whatever they have for us that's positive, we receive and we move forward. We're standing on your promises. I ask that you touch everyone on this live collectively and individually. Bring families back together. Bring parents together with their children. Lord, let the fathers let the fathers be able to provide, protect, procreate, and preach to their families. Let the women nurture their families and uplift their husbands or uplift their spouses. Lord, I ask that no weapon formed against us shall prosper. I ask that you everything that government is trying to do and let your will be done. Lord, I ask that the loads that we're carrying, that we realize that trouble doesn't last always. Order our steps in your word and continue to light our path. And when it's done, that we'll hear you say, "Job well done, our good and faithful servant." Lord, I just ask that you just touch the wounds of women, touch their minds, abolish everything that the internet and all the poison that the world is trying to put in our lives, and has put in our lives, that we won't look back anymore, that we'll continue to push forward to our mark of excellence. Greater is he that is in me than me that is in the world. So I'm in the heavenly realm with a whole bunch of people that's on this live that's in the heavenly realm. You said we should supposed to draw more men and more women to you, so that's what we're doing. This is a new ark. Abdul's ark, Noah's ark. This is a new ark, the ark of the Lord, the ark of the Most High God. We thank you for being our all-time high. Remove us from lower lows. Remove us from mediocrity. Remove us from nonsense. But keep us humble and let us be the philanthropists that we need for us to be. Cheerful givers. In the mighty name of the Most High and his Son, Jesus the Christ. We say together, amen and I mean.
Amen. Thank you. And before we get out of here, I just want to say you're all like you're gonna get into it more and more, and you're gonna understand who you are. Especially if you're melanin, you're bred different. Like your genetics is different. That's why you can fly. That's why you can run like an animal and stuff like that. You're gods and goddesses. So we're gonna really start really learning more about that. And I really appreciate you for giving us your time. Getting on here. I lost my train of thought. There was something that I had to speak about, but yeah, we all gods and goddesses. Oh, so when you hurt your brother, when you kill your brother, you're hurting God, and then we need to. The first human being created was a woman, so we understand to teach a man is to teach an individual, to teach a woman is to teach a nation. So we need to respect our women more, listen to them more, and give them a platform and respect their platform. Um, if we keep ignoring them, we're just going to be teaching individuals. But then once we start respecting them and allowing them to be in the same rooms with us, they're going to be the ones to teach the nation. And that's how we rise, though. We have to rise our woman up first, and then we come. And our whole job is to give these type of speeches, this what we're supposed to give to our women, these type of talks. And then our women is the ones that show us how to be emotional, show us how to take care of. They help us tap into our feminine side because in order to be a true man, you have to be tapped in on your men's side and your feminine side. It's a balance because just like women too, it's a balance too. They have a penis, you could call it like that, but we're all one. We all came from one, so we need to love each other more. But more importantly, you hurt your brother, you hurt God. That's the most important thing. And serving others is how you could help serve God. Um, Inspiring others, loving others, and smiling. Just smile, or just making somebody smile, help somebody. You don't have to give them money, give them food. Stop being selfish. Start thinking about others. Love your life. It's hard when someone is dealing with something harder than you, and someone has already dealt with something harder than yours, and they already came out on the other side. After difficulty, there's ease. So you have to go through that in order to come out on the other side. So walk through it, and you'll be fine. If you ever need somebody to talk to, I'm here. Um,
I'm
God
here
is
too.
amazing. Jason's here. God could change your life. He changed my life. I come from a gang. I come from violence. I come from the smell of death. And now I'm here talking about God every day. I'm not harming my brothers no more. I'm not doing nothing that makes me feel uncomfortable. I wake up and feel good about myself. I can stare at myself. And I don't feel like I have to cry every day. I feel really good. I feel free. You know, it's a wonderful feeling to get away from the pain.
On the
For real.
opposite side of pain, on the opposite side of pain, everybody, there's success. You
Facts.
got to go through something to get to something. So if you're feeling
Facts.
pain now, just remember that pain don't last always. Success is far much greater than the pain. Far much greater.
And when you go through it, you could tell someone else, like, hey man, or hey young lady, keep pushing to your mark of excellence. Success feels so good. It feels so good. Lauren, like I said, Lauren Hill has that song, says, when it hurts so bad, why does it feel so good? That whole album was spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the spiritual man inside of me right now is trying to kill the fleshly man inside of me right now. And I don't have a problem with it because I needed to die. You know what I'm saying? Biggie had a song that said, somebody got to die. Somebody got to die. Somebody got to die. And you're nobody until somebody kills you. You know what I'm saying? Those words have been spoken, you know? But he's in a different spot now. Tupac in a different spot now. You know what I'm saying? If I could tell you everyone's stats, Michael Jordan stats, all of that, and how many sneakers, the infrared just came out and all that type of stuff, I should be able to tell somebody about the scriptures. Because the infrareds ain't bringing no blessings to you at all. Your kicks is for you to kick around in, but that keeps you away from being grounded. That's a whole nother topic. And they call them sneakers because they're sneaking around. But you're not really an athlete. You may be an athlete on the football field, but are you an athlete for the Most High God? That's who we're supposed to be athletes for, is for God. And I'm talking to myself at the same time. Like I'm bleeding through this phone. I'm grateful for the blood. Because some people don't even have no blood flowing through their body right now because they dead. Spiritually, mentally, physically, and financially dead. But it's okay. I'm still in the land of the living. And when this whole system dies, I still be in the land of the living. I'm bunkering with the Most High God. Ain't that something I can sit next to him and be like, yo, I'm right next to you, bruh. What you need?
Yeah.
He said, I don't need nothing from you. Just tell somebody else about me. And that's all I'm going to do.
And forever after money, though, bro, once you get out of survival mode, it's going to be easy for you. But, like, for me, what helped me was stop worrying about what others think. Like, you might have taken an oath or something to the streets. That stays with you because that's who you are. Like me, I'm forever going to be banging my set. Because at the end of the day, I took an oath and all that, so I'm always going to be sex, money, murder. But I want to change the direction of it, not just being violent, seeing that, okay, not every gangbanger is just violent. I want them to see like, oh, he banged, but look where his mind is at. That will inspire the youth and stuff and prevent them to see like that you don't got to be like tough or cool and gangster and stuff. Or you don't have to join us for protection. Like there's other ways to go about it, but it's a lot though. But stay focused. Once you get out of survival mode, bro, it's become easier. I still like politics and stuff like that. I just know there's a line that I could step in because at the end of the day, it's never gonna leave me. It's in my blood. I took an oath. Anything I take an oath to, I will forever be a part of. So I'm forever be in a gang and stuff. I'm just not actively banging. I'm not harming my brothers no more. So you take the message or we shoot the fade. But just get out of survival mode, bro. That's all I gotta say. And your life will get easier. Stop worrying about how you think they're gonna look at you. They look at you weak, let them try you. Right? And they're gonna respect you 9 times out of 10. Like I go to the hood all the time and they're gonna respect you. If you really like that dude and you really trying to make change and stuff like that, bro, I respect you. The hardest part is just jumping out of it. I know it's exciting. It's exciting to rush, but it's a dangerous life that you're living. You're just killing yourself slowly.
What Jigga Man say? You are who you are before you got here.
Yeah.
That's who God created you. You are who you are. But now, if you were able to bang in the streets, how many people can you bang for me? Can you bang in heaven to bring people to me? You were drawing everybody else to the gang, but that gang is dead. I know you took an oath of that, but you took an oath of me, and I took an oath of you. I promised you, Abdul, I'm gonna take care of your life, and I'm gonna take care of your kids and your kids' kids, your kids' kids. So who are we gonna bring to me? The gang of God. That's what the gang is right now. You're bringing a whole gang of people to God. And it's in a unique way, and it's okay because the old way didn't work. You're 31. You a Taurus?
Oh, yeah. I'm a Taurus. My bad, bro. Yeah, I'm a Taurus.
Yeah, I know.
May 11th.
We in alignment. I'm a Taurus as well. May 7th.
That's crazy. Louis Farrakhan Bob Marley, a lot of revolutionaries with the minds, Tories, Malcolm
Yeah,
X.
yeah,
There's a lot of them. It's a lot.
yeah. 19 keys.
Oh yeah,
the,
19
the,
keys.
the
Wow.
revolution will not be televised.
Yeah. I hope everybody enjoyed this though.
But we have to get off
Um,
of their system.
I gotta make up my prayers though. But I hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope you feel really good. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. Serve others though. Treat everybody like they're part of your family. As long as they give you respect, because at the end of the day, respect is respect. So treat me with the same amount of respect as I treat you. Don't give you respect, you know.
Sure will.
But the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Whom shall I be afraid of? Right. That person been dropping something. I've been watching the chat the whole time. But I hope your vibration is extremely high, everybody in here. And just wishing, showering blessings, prosperity and abundance upon everybody on here. Peace to the gods and peace to the goddesses. Love, light, and healing to everybody on here. I gotta get out of here. I hope y'all really enjoyed it though. Oh, that's Levine. Peace Queen. I'm out of here. Remember, take care of yourself. Look how Ab is glowing. You feel me? I'm eating good. Take them herbs too. That's just ain't nothing but crushed up food. That's what herbs is. Just crushed up vegetables.
That's all it is.
Stuff. Almost cussed again. But yeah, I'm out of here. Love is love. I'm out.
Man, keep walking in the light, man.
You as well. Likewise.
All right. Salute, Ram.